Ah, look at that. The gang's all here. Welcome in, everybody. Get your coffee. Get your tea. Welcome in, everybody. Come on over. Get your coffee. And hang out with me. Get your tea. Welcome in, everybody. Come on over. Get your coffee. And hang out with me. Sit around. How's everybody doing? Sit around. Alright. Now that we know the sound is working, I'll turn that shit down. How's everybody doing? I don't know what the message is going to be. We're just going to wing it. A little bit for you guys. Welcome in, Dorothy. Welcome in, Karma, Georgina, Sheila, Emma, Captain. Hope you all having a good day for Tuesday. Hey, 8-Ball, is tonight's reading going to actually be a decent reading? Better not tell you now. Oh, great. Just great. Oh, well, we're going to go with it anyway. Because why the hell not? It is what it is. It's going to be what it will be. And at this point, it's just par for the course. So, I know there's tea and coffee that I'm drinking anyway, but there's definitely tea to be had here. We're going to look into it. I had a bit of a dream that wasn't all that great, but we're gonna see. I'm gonna find out. I decided to have some instant tonight. I didn't feel like making a coffee press, so we'll see. Welcome in, James. All right. I should check out the vibe first, shouldn't I? Let's look at that first, and then we'll go from there. Great Spirit, guides, guards, protectors, angels, ancestors, divine light, please bring about a message from my collective for only their highest good. Let any evil eye, evil notion, messages, or people, or energy be blocked out. Let it be returned to sender unapologetically. Let it be bound to them until they learn perfect love and perfect trust within their heart. And let only the good messages come through tonight, because with the way the world's going, we sure as hell need it, right? I don't know if you checked out the Dragon Collective message the other day, yesterday, the day before. It was definitely an intense reading. If you'd like to become a member, you'll get to see my face again. I'm going to be doing a lot more members content. I know I've been saying that quite a bit, and that's what's going to be starting to happen. I'm going to be switching things up a little bit here on the channel. So if you want to see me face to face again, become a member. That's one of the perks of becoming a member. And it's a lot more of a calm, cool, collected atmosphere. And if you get through level 1 through 4, you actually get a reading. So check it out. Become a member. The chat access is just strictly chat access. It gives you the chance to chat in the chat while a member's live is rolling through. And once in a while, when I put the restrictions on the public chat, you guys get to still chat in the chat. So that's another perk. All the support is greatly appreciated. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so through a super chat, super thanks, super sticker, become a member, or you can head over to Hipsy. The link is in the bio there, and you can get yourself your own reading. There's video calls, there's offline messages, it's all available. And you can also leave me a tip over there or on PayPal as a donation. PayPal is strictly donations. I don't do payments over that way. So it's all greatly appreciated, and I thank you very much. It does help out the channel. This is my only profession, my only job right now. So, yeah, it's all greatly appreciated, and yeah, so let's get into it. Somebody thought you were hitting rock bottom, but it's actually just a breakthrough. You're finding out where your foundation was. What's going on, Spirit? What do we need to know right now? Okay, so you're stepping into some sort of divine energy. You're giving back to your community. You're being discerning as to who you're giving back to. Thank you, Georgina. So you're not gambling with your life anymore. You're not gambling with your relationships. Okay, so somebody wants a second chance with you. But this is somebody that you really don't have any emotions for, by the looks of it. Maybe you're releasing fear. Maybe you're releasing worry. And you're maybe finding harmony within yourself, balance, peace, and happiness. Somebody wants a bridge rebuilt. They might have burned a bridge and now they want to rebuild it with you and come out of this stuck, kind of stagnant energy. And they want to be in the moment. Could be you, could be them. It's kind of feeling like a love reading. It's kind of feeling like a reading like this. Yeah, you're not hitting rock bottom at all. And somebody's salty about it. Somebody's salty that you didn't hit rock bottom, which is weird. Thank you, Karma. Very much appreciated, my dear. To both of you. Somebody's salty and bitter and angry the fact that you're not hitting rock bottom. You're transmuting it. You're getting over this calamity that they're trying to throw at you. They're trying to get you to the point where, like, somebody doesn't want to let go of you. They don't want you recharging. They don't want you clearing your head. They want you totally stressed out. You're releasing this emotion and this worry and this fear. Oh, they want a second chance with you, and you might have cut them off. Yeah, you burned a bridge with them. You stepped into your divine energy. You're no longer gambling with your life. Yeah, because of this toxic energy. You cut this toxic energy out. Good job, collective. I'm happy for you. Now they're all paranoid. They're all insecure. They're guarded. Maybe of what they were doing behind your back. Interesting. Somebody's confused at how you got rid of all this emotion and fear they were projecting onto you. And they're longing for another chance. Interesting. Interesting. It's looking like I'm going to have to take out my lover's oracle to find out a little bit more of what the situation is here. Yeah, you might have even cut out family members as well. You're cutting them all out. Anybody that has any type of toxicity, you're finding harmony again. Oh, narcissist? Is that what it is? Okay. That's why. That's why they're bitter and angry. Because you don't want to be their puppet anymore. They're no longer your puppet master. Interesting. Yeah, they're paranoid, that's for sure. They're paranoid that you're not as stuck as they want you to be. Yet you're actually finding harmony. And they don't want you following your dreams. They don't want you making up your mind or believing in yourself. Interesting. Dorothy says, I'm a big girl now. It's a good energy though, right? Feeling free again. You're no longer suffering in silence. You know, you're speaking up. You're sharing your feelings. You know. Yeah, you've released the narcissist. Good job. I'm proud of you, collective. You're no longer procrastinating. There's no more delay. There's no more procrastination. You're taking time to heal and rise above, and you got no time for this person. And that's what they're salty about. You're taking control of your life again. You're taking the authority back from this toxic energy. You had to burn the bridge. They created a lack of trust, and they were very disloyal to you. They turned they turned their back on you, and this is why you're making these decisions, right? Let's see here. Yeah, you're no longer in your feelings about this person. And you're no longer getting the silent treatment. You just could care less. It's kind of like an energy that's kind of coming in. They're making their self known, and then they ghost. You know, one minute they're there, the next minute they're not. And then if you're not there when they want you to be, then it's somehow a big issue. But when you need them, they're never there. Like, it's a really weird energy. Welcome in, Kitty. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Well, clearly Rocky's triggered. Somebody's missing you, longing for you. You know, they want to talk. They want a reunion, and they're puzzled as to why you're cutting them out. Interesting. Let's go with 3 more with the vibe check. Yeah, they're not willing to heal, and that's why they're paranoid. And they're running. They're trying to escape. They're in denial. They're making excuses. Yeah, but you've released this. You're no longer stressed out about this. They wanted you in isolation. They wanted you feeling rejected, left alone. It's kind of given me the energy that if they can't have you, nobody can kind of energy. They want to be unblocked. But you created distance between you and this person. Probably because they ghosted you. Like, give me a break. Get out of here. Let's look into the love oracle. Let's see what they have to say, shall we? I'll be checking out the mystical forest too. Let's see. Welcome in, Archie. Welcome in, Fiona. Thank you. It is it's a one of so many. It's pretty remarkable. Where's the tag on it? There's a tag here. It tells what it is. It's a Midori mint, which is no longer in making anymore, so you can't get these anymore. And it looks like it's an exclusive collector's edition from the Midori Mint collection. And is it going to tell me which one it is? No, but it's like number 30 out of 300. So there's only so many made. You're an idiot, Rocky. Go away. I got no time for you. People need to just stay in their lane. All right, Lover's Oracle, tell us a little bit more as to what the hell's going on here. What's their true feelings? What's the true message? What do they want to tell us? Don't put up with my bullshit. No, they want you to put up with their bullshit. They want you to continue to put up with their bullshit. Okay? What else? You need to stick up for yourself. You need to stand up for your bullshit. And stand up to their bullshit. Enough of this shit. Overall. I'm going to split these cards up. I'll do a couple from each. What's the deal here, Spirit? What else do they want to tell you? I can't do this right now. Will this pain ever stop? Well, stop doing stupid shit behind my back. Stop playing with magic behind my back. Because my return to senders hurt like a bitch. Maybe if they didn't create this pain in the first place, they wouldn't have to worry about it. I can't come to you now. Yeah, they want to come to you right now. Yep. They're in excruciating pain, and so they're trying to create pain for you, collective. Not today, Satan. Not today. Stay the fuck over there. What else have we got? You are so different from everyone around me. Well, duh. I'm a one in one. Like, you're not going to find me anywhere. I long for your kiss. Yeah? Well, keep longing. Clearly, they can't express themselves, but they want to. It's all gibberish. Why do I feel this way? You know exactly why you feel this way. Because you're a dumbass. That's why. You fumbled the bag. What more can I say? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? This passion is too much. Well, then fuck off. You know, you can't take the heat. Get the fuck out the kitchen. Let me cook on my own. You're in the way anyway. I want to be different. Really? Really? The narcissist wants to be different. Interesting. It's gonna take an exorcism. I'm pretty sure. I feel lonely. No. It's probably reason for it. You probably don't love yourself. Because most people that don't necessarily feel lonely, they enjoy their solitude. Will you leave me like the others? Yeah, they don't want you to leave them like the others. Well, maybe stop doing stupid shit and maybe we'll think about it. Don't treat me the way you do. I don't deserve it. Yeah, okay. Interesting. Why do you treat me the way you do? Why is there so much separation? Why is there so much paranoia? Why is there so much emotions and fear and all this other shit? You know, why did you want me to hit rock bottom? You know, why did you want me over my head, overextended? You know, why were you fucking around with my heart? But somehow you don't want me to treat you the way you... Get out of here. If I could go back in time, I would handle us differently. I bet you would. I bet you would. Let's get some more from this one, just to top it off. Why do I deserve someone like you? You don't. That's the whole thing. That's why there's distance. That's why you're longing to get back in my energy again. I don't want to be who I used to be. You deserve better. Of course I do. I can't talk to you right now. Well, clearly they can't talk, right? But they want to. Apparently they don't believe you deserve better. And they don't want to change from who they are, either. Is that your problem, collective? No. No, it is not. Now that the deck is a little bit smaller here, I'll get a couple more, even though it's complete. I don't know who I am anymore. You never did from the beginning, because you've been basically a facade the whole time. You haven't even bothered to heal, so how do you expect to be your most authentic version without the healing part? Without looking at your bullshit that you need to look at, to alchemize it, to rise above it. You'd rather just sweep it under the rug like it doesn't matter. Meanwhile, it's ripping your life apart. And then you're wondering why. Let the freedom ring. Let the choir house sing. I cry at night. I bet you do. Cry me a river. Cry me a river. I have to let you go to find myself. It's about fucking time. Please. 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 Let me go to find yourself. Don't let the door kick you on the way out. Some people's children, collective, like... I got no fucking spoons left. I really don't. But so far, this is an alright reading. So far, so good. What do the animal spirits want to say? Let's see. Visionary. So you're a visionary, okay? Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Yeah, no doubt. You're a visionary. And I think this person, whoever you're leaving behind, they didn't like the fact that you're a visionary because you've seen through their fucking facade, right? You've seen through their bullshit and you're starting to see what's been going on, and you don't want to do that anymore. You don't want to play that game anymore. You want off this ride, collective, and I don't blame you. I'm really getting a sense of freedom, like you're in the process of either breaking away or you're in the process of visualizing your new beginning. Whatever that might look like to you, you're working on it, and I'm proud of you. Keep going. You're worth it. Easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. Yeah, they didn't get the message. They didn't want to get the message, right? They didn't want to listen to the message. They didn't want to hear the message. They didn't want to see what was right in front of them, unfortunately. Now, some of you are diamonds in the rough. You're not meant to be judged by your cover. There's definitely a lot more depth to you. But these imbecile narcissists, they're very surface level. They're not willing to go deep, right? They don't want to swap out their snorkel gear for the scuba gear that they need to actually go in depth and figure shit out. No, the divine saying, have patience. Create a place in nature's stillness and be renewed. Take time alone to find balance. Step confidently towards your purpose. Patience will bring you rewards. So this is you being patient. This is you cutting out the bullshit. This is you alchemizing all this crap, empowering yourself to rise above it. I'm proud of you. It's taken a long time to get here, collective. And, one day, one moment, one breath at a time. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? What's going on? Yes, continue having grace. This will bring you good luck, okay? Definitely about grace. Don't allow somebody to get you out of your character, to get you acting out of your character. Stay golden, all right, collective? Just stay golden, because you know what? You're on the right track. And whoever this is that you're leaving behind, it's probably for good reason. Yeah, they're definitely not self-reliant, and they're trying to make you look like you're codependent. And I think this is the whole thing. They're trying to get you to make you feel like you can't move on without them, is the feeling I get. And these are the type of people that you're trying to move on, and they'll throw roadblocks, and they'll throw stones and rocks and all these obstacles in your way, to the point where you're having difficulties walking away, just basically to validate that apparently you need them. Because this is how they work, right? If you don't want them, they don't want you to have anyone else, and they want you to have a hell of a time to walk away, to question whether or not you're making the right decision. And collective, if this is happening to you, you're making the right decision. Okay? So don't allow them to gaslight you out of the decisions that you're making. Okay? Because they don't want to take accountability. They want to play stupid. They want to make it like, oh, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I'm here for you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're here for me. like a thorn in my shoe. Like, get the hell out of here. Welcome in, Money. Welcome in, Marie. Sheila, welcome in. Kitty, welcome in. Ashley, Johnny. Yeah, they're not very intuitive. They're kind of a doorknob, right? Because if they were intuitive, they would be introspective. If they were introspective, they'd want to go a little deeper than surface level, right? And these are people that might claim that they have some sort of an intuition, or that they're empathetic, or they have some sort of emotions. They don't. They're dead inside. Don't let them don't let them think that they have any type of emotions, because if they had any type of emotions, they wouldn't have treated you the way they did to start with. Welcome in, Julie. Yeah, this could have been a friend even, right? And I'm really picking up this so-called friend wants to destroy your life because you cut them off. And they're trying to steal from your abundance, right? They were siphoning from your abundance. What else? Yeah. So the divine is actually asking you to have patience. You are a visionary. However, I really feel like they're trying to block out a message. And this is why you need to be patient, okay? Because there is messages here for you. And I think they're playing around with that. You are going to have abundance coming in. It's on hold. Nobody can take this abundance from you, okay? Just be patient. Good luck is on your side. Yeah. Somebody's telling you that you don't have the wisdom that you have. Meanwhile, you have that wisdom. They're trying to gaslight you out of it. They don't want you to have any type of nobility. They want you to be codependent on them. They want you to have to feel codependent on them in order to get anywhere. But you're a lot more clever than what they anticipated. You're clearly not stupid, collective. And this very well could be somebody in your community. You're definitely a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch and those around you. So be open to receiving sweetness. You are the queen or king of abundance, okay? All right. So things are looking up for you, collective. It's just a crybaby at night, you know, wanting to be back in your energy because they know you're pulling away and they don't like it. Oh no. Had they treated you better and actually treated you like a human being, and they would have showed up for you in the first place, instead of just downplayed you the whole time, just to manipulate you, maybe they would have figured it out. But they didn't. And now they're wondering why they don't get anything. They don't get time. They don't get the validity anymore. They don't get what they used to get. Maybe they should have treated you better. Welcome in, Stephanie. We're going to get into more here, and we're going to work it out. I'm going to look into the mystical forest next. And then I'm going to do the tarot, so just hold up. Keep your patience about you. Things are working out for you, collective. Things are starting to speed up. What they tried to do to you before isn't working, and they're falling pretty well flat on their face. Right? What's going on, Mystical Forest? You know what, Martha? I do my readings the way I do them. If this isn't what you want to hear, if this isn't your reading, then probably you might want to scroll on to another reading, right? Why so much focus on the negative? I read the cards as they come out. If you're not liking the message, then it's clearly not your message. Clear as day. Do you think I want to sit here and talk about negative shit? No, I don't. I just read the fucking cards the way they come out. Like it or lump it, that's the way it is. You don't like it, keep scrolling. It's all good. What's going on, Mystical Circle? Mystical Forest? What's going on? Yeah, somebody doesn't want you receiving anything. They want it all. They want to take it all. They don't want you to persevere. They don't want you rising above them. They don't want you acting. Because if you act, then it doesn't require them, right? Welcome in, Aaron. If you're new here, check out the description box for further information. Let's see, what else do we got going on? Mystical Forest. Give us the tea. How about you check out the description box, Aaron, and that should help you out. Instant manifestation. Yeah, they're trying to pull from your manifestations. They're trying to pull you and distract you out of your ability to manifest and to receive what is rightfully yours. They very well could be holding back your abundance, right? And the divine isn't going to give you certain abundance if these particular imbeciles are in your life, right? So you need to eradicate the bugs out of, out of your life before company comes, so to speak. Okay? Life source. Yeah, they're siphoning off of your life source, right? So you could have been feeling drained for quite some time, and they're trying to siphon off of your abundance, thinking that it's okay. Aaron, you need to love yourself, okay? That's the big thing. That's probably why she left you in the first place. Because you don't love yourself. You're requiring other people to fill your cup, and that's not the way things work here. Authenticity attracts. So you're stepping into your authenticity, and that's what they don't like. You're stepping into this new timeline. You're stepping into some sort of a self-worth, self-respect, self-love kind of avenue. And this is why they're all bent out of shape, because they can't manipulate you anymore like they used to. Stop lying to yourself, Aaron. You wouldn't be asking me stupid questions. You'd be actually reading the description box and actually listening. They don't want you to feel complete. So they want you to feel incomplete without them. So they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands, thinking that they're going to get somewhere. You are complete, perfectly imperfect, just as you are, on your healing journey, rising above the calamity and the bullshit. You're going deeper into your subconscious, which is actually bringing out a lot more knowledge and wisdom. And it's really allowing you to let go of the past. It's really allowing you to finally alchemize that, learn from it, rise above it, you know. Three little dots up in the top right-hand corner of the phone. Click on it and look for the description. Yeah, they're trying to take away your spark your zest of life, the spark of life. They're trying to make you feel incomplete without them. Meanwhile, you're stepping into your authenticity and your own sovereignty. They're trying to create problems where there is none. And they don't want you forging a new path without them. Are you kidding me? Why would you leave them behind, collective? That's absurd. You can't live without them. You're not allowed. You know what I tell ya? Tell them to blow it out their ass. It sounds better. It sounds way better than them talking shit, saying how much they want to be in your life. Meanwhile, they just want to destroy you. They want to siphon off of you. Like, get out of here. Let's see what the wise old witch has to say. Wise old witch, what you got for us? What you got for us, my dear? You are divinely protected. And I don't think, there's definitely clarity coming for you. And there's definitely abundance. Okay? The chalice overflows with potential. Drink from it and prosper. Light a candle for clarity. Illuminate the path to your desires. You could very well be having visions. You could be having dreams. You could be having some sort of situation happen where those parts of you are actually sharing some sort of guidance with you. But somebody wants you to question that guidance. Can I get one more? Can I get one more, wise old witch? Thank you for your wisdom. Can I get one more? Thank you. Yeah, this root work that they're apparently doing isn't working, okay? They're sad excuse of a magician, okay? I'll tell you that right now. So you need to connect with your roots. Ancestral wisdom guides you. So maybe it's time to make an offering to your ancestors. We are moving into the time of where the veil is thin. This is the time of contacting and to be in reverence with your ancestors and to give homage and honor to them, for without them you would not exist. And get back to your roots, collective. Find out where you belong. Find out where you came from. Okay? And within that, there is a particular wisdom that you might not actually have even known. If you do know about your roots, maybe it's time to get back to your roots. Okay? But there's definitely wisdom there. You do have ancestors guiding you, guiding, guarding, and protecting you. So allow them to help you through this transition as you move forward. Okay? Everybody's, most religions, they're talking about just worshiping a particular deity or god or whatever. Most of them are idols, unfortunately. But it's a lot about the archetypes. It's a lot about the different faces of what spirit shows. And the different faces, the different gods, the different goddesses, it brings about a different energy, right? So why would spirit only give you one particular way to worship them? Okay, when there's over 8 billion people on the earth. Why would they only give one way to worship? You have many different archetypes, many different energies that you have available to you. You have angels, you have the fae, you have your spirit guides, you have your ancestors, you have the divine, you have source energy, okay? So there's a lot that you can refer to, there's a lot that you can lean in on in order to get the information that you need to move forward, okay? So, and this isn't necessarily worshiping idols. This is recognizing that at this time the veil is thin, and this is the time to commemorate those that came before you, okay? To bring about the ability and opportunity for you to rise and to be who you are, all right? And this is very, very empowering for you. You just need to kind of lean in on it, right? There's nothing evil about it, all right? Just be open-minded to the possibility that you have ancestors there rocking with you, okay? Let's look into it. I'm going to clean this up to get in on the tarot. I'm not going to bother clarifying these because they pretty well explain themselves. I'm also picking up, like, you've given this person more than enough time to assimilate and to come around and to do what they need to do. Like, these people don't necessarily need to be fully healed in order to be in your energy. They just need to be in the process of working on that, right? And the consideration that they would just rather twiddle their thumbs and make excuses for shit that really they shouldn't be making excuses for. They should be empowering themselves to live their best life, to rise above and to step into the best version of themselves. But now that you've walked away, now that you've had this time to yourself and to do your own healing and to do your own work, you're not playing small anymore. You're rising above this bullshit. And whether this is a lover, this is a friend, this is family member, it doesn't really matter, okay? You could have a whole bunch of all of them, right? From many parts, many demographics that you're cutting out. And for good reason, collective, because they don't want to do the healing. They'd rather just stay in the thick of it, and they'd rather stay in the toxicity of it. And they want to, they're saying they want to be different, but are they really trying? Are they really doing the work? No, they're not. Okay? Because if they were, they'd change their tune. They would actually do what they need to do to be the best version of themselves. Okay? And that doesn't mean manipulation. That doesn't mean manipulating you. That doesn't mean taking from your life force for their own greed, right? Like, that's not the way the world works. That's not the way things work here, right? And that's what they can't handle, okay? They can't handle it, collective. They can't handle it. Let's look into the clarifying life challenges, life situations. How can my collective move forward with very little resistance? More adventures. Embrace the unknown with curiosity, letting each journey shape your path and wisdom. Okay. Stay in the flow. Surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. But certain lessons you've already learned, collective, so stay true to yourself. Stay true to what is good for you. All right? Everything else will fall into place. Use your discernment. Hear what is unsaid. Tune into the silence for truths that words cannot express. So listen deeply. Okay? And a lot of this is that, you know, if you're going to reach out to particular people and they're not going to reach back and they're not going to uh, be equal in the conversation and they would rather ghost you and, you know, play stupid mind games with you, then clearly they're not the person for you. Right? So use your discernment as you move forward. But be open to the new possibilities, all right? Almost there. Persist with faith, for you are on the brink of a breakthrough. Your efforts are about to bear fruit. You are free to move. Embrace your liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open for your journey. Spiritual retreat. Seek solitude to reconnect with your inner wisdom and emerge rejuvenated. So maybe it's time to take a little trip and go somewhere nice, you know. It could very well be that maybe you just want to go for a drive or you just want to go travel to somewhere that you've never been before. Maybe it's time to make that trip. Okay? Make a change, embrace growth, seek new paths, and welcome transformation with an open heart. I agree. The world is your oyster. If you like oysters, go ahead, use oysters, but I'm not a really oyster kind of person. Sweet dreams, Georgina. I wish you a beautiful sleep, a beautiful rest, beautiful dreams. Steady progress. Patience is your ally. Celebrate each step forward, no matter the size. So, you know, when you're walking away from toxicity and toxic motherfuckers, yeah, it's very much a challenge to do that. So you're needing to have patience when you're doing that, okay? One little step at a time, nothing more, nothing less, okay? Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither is your new timeline. Sorrow heals. In heartache and shadow, growth awaits. Let pain refine, not define you, as brighter days are promised. So when you finally start alchemizing that pain and that suffering that you've been going through, it actually brings, it heightens your standards, okay? It brings you to create boundaries. It makes you draw the line in the sand of what you will and will not allow in your life. And instead of just taking in that wisdom, you need to apply that wisdom to your life. You need to start living by example through those lessons that you've learned. And this is why it's so predominantly important to go deep within and to recognize what has happened in the past, to alchemize it, and to step into your future. Okay? So be honest, be truthful to yourself, know what you deserve, know your self-worth, and step into that. Harmony's call. Embrace equality and pursue justice. Keep an open mind as answers unveil your path to balance. Okay? Allow harmony in. New heights. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. I agree. And the thing is once you start learning these lessons and you start applying them to your life, and you create certain standards, you raise the bar, okay, essentially, it requires the people around you to either meet you at that space or be left behind. And that's not your problem if they're going to be left behind, collective. If they want to grow with you, then it means that they mean something to you and that you mean something to them. If they're not willing to grow and evolve and to rise with you, then they're holding you back, right? And you don't deserve to be held back any more than what you already have been, dealing with the toxic narcissist, right? Whether that be a family member, whether that be a so-called frenemy, you know, or a lover, or anyone like that, okay? This is not Tinder, Aaron. Keep that in mind. Take precautions. Remain vigilant and receptive, learning from each other's revelations as you navigate life's journey. Exactly, right? You're raising the standard of, you know, what you want in your life, and you know you deserve better than what you were receiving. So this is predominantly important for you to alchemize, right? And to step into the best version of yourself. I'm just letting you know, people coming in and thinking that they can give out their email and whatever else. It's not wanted here, right? My tribe they're a bunch of amazing people. Beautiful energy. And congratulations on your sobriety as well. We are here for that. We are holding space for that. The veil of illusion. Lift the veils of illusion, seeking truth beneath the surface to navigate through love and career authentically. Okay? Beautiful energy, collective. Beautiful energy. Continue being focused on what you're wanting to do, what you're wanting to focus on, and don't allow anybody to gaslight you out of where you're going, what you're doing, how you're getting there, ultimately, okay? Because really, if somebody's got an opinion as to what you're doing with your life and they don't like it, clearly you're doing something right, okay? And they just need to either assimilate or get out of your way. Enough of this pussyfooting around. All right, let's get into the tarot. The thing is, when you start rising above the calamity and the chaos, you start to see that certain people that you were riding with aren't riding for you. They're riding for themselves. Okay? Everybody's apparently out for themselves, and they're not willing to be in this whole idea of compassion, right? And you get to see who's actually your true friend. You get to see who's actually truly riding for you. Because the ones that are actually truly riding for you are going to show up, and they're going to show up in the right light. But if they're not willing to do the work, you know, it was nice while I knew you, but I'm moving on. If they're not wanting to rise with you, and if they're not willing to rock out with you, then that's not your problem, collective. You shouldn't be sitting around twiddling your thumbs to wait for other people to make up their mind, right? Live your best life. Now I get it. Some people are having a hard time alchemizing because this is new to them. Okay, show them compassion, help them, show them the way. But if they're not willing to take into the consideration of what you're telling them, and they're not willing to work it out, that's not your issue. It's really not. Right? If they're asking you for help, that's one thing. But if they're not asking you for help, then don't worry about it. What's going on, Spirit? What do we need to know? We got the 9 of Swords, so there's definitely some sort of truth coming out. You're no longer in your head. You're kind of come to the conclusion of what's going on. Somebody's wanting to reconcile with you. Apparently they're done talking shit about you. Now they want to take you seriously. Welcome in, Michael. You're kind of in this attitude of gratitude, but you know you're deserving of better. And somebody definitely wants to stop fighting with you, though. Apparently, you're their wish fulfillment. Who would have thought? They're trying to rid themselves of this toxicity. This could be you as well, though. Good job, Michael. I'm proud of you. Yep, somebody's sad that you've disconnected with them and you've cut out this toxic energy. And yeah, it's almost as if it's like they feel like you're leaving them behind. Page of Cups, but they don't want to apologize. They're all sad, but they don't want to apologize for what they've done. They don't want to take accountability. But somehow they want to reconcile. How does one reconcile without taking accountability? It doesn't work that way. They just want you to forget what happened. Is that what it is? Yeah, because you're being successful. You're gaining success, and this is why they want to be back in your energy. Okay? You're following the pathway to your destiny. Four of Swords. You're just trying to find your peace. You're trying to find rest. You've been battling for quite some time, and you're kind of in this energy where you're done with the bullshit. You know you deserve to be treated better. You want to reconcile? Fine, we're reconciled. And you just keep walking forward. Right? Yeah, you're nurturing your truth. You're no longer gaslighting yourself like they want you to. You're no longer being compassionate where you don't need to be. You know, you're showing compassion where you want and where you feel the need. And you're fuck if I give a fuck kind of energy. They want you overthinking about this whole idea of, you know, cutting out this devilish toxic energy. They want you overthinking it. They want you to feel like you need to reconcile with this energy because apparently they want to commit to you now. They want to build a new foundation with you now. How about you be blocked, Matthew? Bye-bye. Some people's children. Anyway, moving on. Page of Swords reversed. So, yeah, they don't have any good intentions with you. They want you to overthink everything. They want you to overthink this whole toxic energy. They want you to be sad about the fact that you're letting them go. And they don't want to apologize. Like, this is stupid. Very stupid. This was never a good relationship to start with, okay? Welcome in, High Priestess. Yeah, this person, whoever they are, they're totally misjudging you. Okay? But they're trying to gaslight you into think that you're misjudging them. And they're trying to play the sad card, saying, oh, you don't get me. You don't understand what I was doing. You don't understand who I am. You're totally not reading me right. Like, give me a break. If you weren't reading them right, why would you be so successful? And why would they want you to overthink letting them go? Really? Yeah. They're trying to betray you because here you are trying to find rest. You're trying to move forward with the success. Okay? And they're trying to betray you by that. Right? With the Three of Swords. They're heartbroken and bitter about the fact that you're successful. You're no longer up in your head thinking about them. You don't got them, on your mind dial, thinking about them 24/7 like maybe you were before. You're not reaching out like you used to. You're backing away. You're disconnecting from this energy for good reason, collective. And now because you're backing away and now you're finding rest, now you're finally healing, now that's a betrayal, apparently, to them. You're apparently betraying them because you're healing. Like, make it make sense. They're facing a huge tower. Yep, Seven of Swords. They're being very strategic as to how they want to come in and commit to you. But it's just basically to betray you all over again and get you overwhelmed. So that way they can siphon off of you, and that way they can get you to overthink what's actually happening. And that's the thing I don't like about them at all. You're extremely talented, whoever you are, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to siphon off of you because of your talent, because of what your capabilities are. Right? They want to live off of your abundance. This is what I'm picking up throughout the whole reading. They see how abundant and how successful you are, and they basically want to ride your fucking coattails. And because you're walking away, now they're facing some sort of a tower because they feel a disconnect. Right? They want you to be feeling overwhelmed with this new celebration, with this new tribe. It's almost kind of giving me like they're overwhelmed at the fact that you're meeting new people, the fact that you're compassionate with other people, the fact that you're not giving them any time of day, and you're moving your direction and your focus to these other people. And they're not feeling included into this because they don't show up. They're not willing to heal. And they're extremely triggered. Right? That's not your problem, collective. It's really not. Six of Swords. Yeah, you're walking away. They want to misjudge you. They want to lie to you. They don't want to apologize, And they want you in this sadness. They want you second-guessing yourself. No, you're walking away from this energy. You're done. You're done. And they would rather you walk away from your new connections. That's how selfish they are. Not gonna happen. Yeah, you're no longer trapped by this energy. They're definitely unstable. The King of Pentacles in reverse. They're trying to create an instability for you. But they're extremely unstable themselves. Right? You're no longer trapped. You're balancing things out just fine. And they're overwhelmed at this. That you're not giving them the time of day. Welcome in, Ashley. Yep, the Nine of Pentacles. They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you walking away. They didn't want you walking away, so now they're going to try to stop you because, you're juggling things just fine. You're balancing out things just fine. And now they're trying to stop you. Right? Saying, oh, you misjudged me. You don't know me. You're not reading me right. Yeah? Okay. Why are you trying to sabotage me? Why are you coming at me with other people? Why are you talking shit behind my back? You're thinking I don't know. And then you're showing up in my DMs saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. Two of Wands reversed. Yeah. They're not going to be moving forward. They don't want you moving forward. They don't want you transitioning through this new doorway. You know, you're coming to a crossroads where they're not going to be able to reach you anymore. Please leave a name after the tone. I'll get back to you when I get home. Meanwhile, I don't live there anymore. Three of Pentacles. So yeah, they're collaborating with other people to bring some sort of an instability to you. The Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. All because you're balancing things out. All because you're working on walking away. They're trying to stop you. They're trying to slow you down. They're trying to stall you out. So that way you don't walk through this new doorway. That you don't come to this crossroads, right? And the divine is guiding you throughout this crossroads. Okay? You need to be tapped into your intuition. You need to know that the elements are with you. They're working in your favor. And they're still trying to bring instability. Okay? But you're extremely talented, collective. You're very much a jack of all trades. Master of none. A master of all is better than a master of one. What else is going on, Spirit? Yeah, they're trying to leave you in the dark. They're trying to leave you in the dark about this new pathway, this new doorway, and this ability to collaborate. I'm also getting that they want to provide you with an offer to collaborate with you. Apparently they know some people, but these people that they know are not in alignment to your success, right? And it's basically just a dead end, right? You're not going to get anywhere with them. They're just trying to say that, oh, I can do this for you, I can do that for you, but really they can't. Yeah, because they're trying to bring injustice and imbalance by leaving you in the dark, right? They want to bring the attention off of you and put it on them, right? But you need to guard your heart with this, okay? You need to take your power back. You're a heck of a lot more developed, and you're a heck of a lot more successful than I think they will ever amount to. So you need to stand in your power, collective, because all they're trying to do is distract you out of what's meant for you. Okay? So stay true to yourself, first and foremost. What about their dark confessions? What else do they have to tell you? I'm embarrassed by my actions and feel disgusted with myself. They don't even know. They haven't even, they're not embarrassed. They don't know what that feeling looks like. It doesn't know what that feeling feels like. Okay? Because they're inept. They don't have emotions. Okay? That's how dead inside they are. Okay? Maybe it would help them if they felt embarrassed and disgusted with themselves. But they're not. They might come in saying, oh, they're embarrassed by their actions and feel disgusted with themselves for doing what they did. But it's not true. Okay? It's a fake apology, if anything. I have karmic debts that need to be paid before I can come back to you. Don't bother coming back. Move on. I have many regrets that keep me from moving forward. No, you don't. Maybe you do, collective, but they don't. You probably have a regret even meeting this person and wasting so much time on this person. Oh, you have become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turnoff. Oh, I don't need a fucking handler. How about that? How about you fuck right off? I feel unbalanced and uneasy. I don't know what to do to fix it. Oh, I've already told you many times. You just fail to listen. You fail to see the actual message. That's not my problem, collective. Right? It's not our problem. I feel empty and hollow inside. Called it! I can't open up right now. There's nothing to see inside anyway. Why would you open up? You need to go deep right now. You need to figure out what the hell's going on with you. Well, that's all right, Sarah. Maybe there is room to compromise. Take it slow. Let it happen as it happens. Let it happen organically. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood traumas. Really. You're abandoning yourself. Okay? You might be feeling abandoned by me or by the collective, but you're abandoning yourself. That's the biggest thing. Okay? And this is probably why the collective walked away from you to begin with. Because you abandoned yourself. And then you proceeded to abandon the collective. And you wonder why they're no longer wanting to spend time with you? You wonder why they're no longer wanting to spin the wheels? I tried to run from this connection, but my soul craves you. Yeah, fuck off. You can crave me for the rest of your life, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You lost out. You fumbled. That's not my problem. I've tried to fix it. I've tried to figure it out. I've tried to help you. You don't want it. You don't want the help. You don't want nothing. And I'm not going to accept you for the toxic piece of shit that you are. We are living two separate lives. I bet we are. I bet we are. Yep. I bet we are. I knew I was losing you, but I didn't do anything to fight for you. Oh, yeah, yeah. You knew you were losing me, and you waited to the last minute to fight for me. And now I want nothing to do with you. And now you're wondering why. I have lost faith in you and cannot see a future with you anymore, in the reverse. Oh, all of a sudden you do have faith. All of a sudden you do see, what I have. And now, all of a sudden, right at the bitter end, that's when you want to make a fucking difference, and that's when you want to make a choice. Interesting. Yeah, again, I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood traumas. Okay, yeah, enough of that shit. Blow it out your ass. Ooh. The Walker, the Unknown, a journey. So you very well could be going on a journey, collective. This card kind of popped out from my other deck. I'm going to bring these out, actually, because that's actually a good portion of a new part of the reading I'll do tonight. All right, let's do some clarification on this. Not that we need it, but let's work it out. Let's see. Let's work it out. All right, Nine of Cups in the reverse. They tried to make out to be a wish fulfillment, but it really wasn't, collective. They tried to make themselves look like wish fulfillment, but it was a silly mistake you made, right? They questioned your self-worth. They made you think, why the hell am I doing this to myself? Why do I keep Allowing, and why do I keep entertaining this energy? Right? You try to reach out to these people, trying to make a difference, and somehow, some way, anything that you did wasn't good enough. Right? But somehow that's a you problem. That's not a them problem. But then once you start showing up for yourself, you start being successful, and you find out you weren't the fucking problem to begin with. And now that you're successful, now that you're moving into a new timeline, now all of a sudden they want to be in your energy. Now all of a sudden they want to be in your life. Now all of a sudden they want to be part of you, part of your situation. When the 3/4 of the time they slept on you and they didn't bother. They ghosted you. They treated you like an option. They treated you like just another imbecile on the street. And now all of a sudden, because you're being successful and you're healing and you're rising above and you're raising the bar, now all of a sudden you look good again. And the thing is they're still standing in the place you left them. Way the fuck back there. And they're expecting you to either stop and wait for them to catch up, which is going to be forever, so don't bother waiting. Or they want you to backtrack and they want you to go back into the old person that you used to be. Right? And they want you to show them compassion now. And because you're not showing them compassion and you got no fucking spoons left, apparently you're the villain. Apparently you're the bad guy. Apparently you're the person that is no longer compassionate. You've gone cold, collective. And they don't want to see why you're showing this coldness to them. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how that works? Like, it boggles my mind how these narcissists and sociopaths and psychopaths think that they can pull one over on you. Thinking that you don't fucking get it. Like, it boggles my mind. You see through their fucking facade because you probably dealt with other people just similar. And some of these other people were just so much more easier to deal with. But because you had some sort of a history with these people, whether they be friends, family, or relationship of some sort, okay? And because you have some sort of a history with them, they expect you to look back on the history and be like, oh, I miss you. Really? Do you really miss them? Not really. That version of you that you were when you were with them, you don't even miss that version of yourself, let alone you missing them. So what makes you think and what makes them think that you're just going to backtrack and go back and just totally disregard all of this healing and all this inner work that you've done? For them? Give me a break. Like, please, make it make sense. And I think this is why solitude means so much to you now, collective, because you're finally finding your peace of mind. You're finally finding your empowerment. You're finally stepping up. You're finally drawing the line. You're finally raising the bar, and it feels good. This whole idea of the self-love and self-worth and self-respect and self-integrity and self-forgiveness is definitely prevalent. And you have every reason to be in this energy. Okay? So stay with it. Don't jeopardize your peace for dumbass motherfuckers that thinking that they can come back in your energy and play on you. No. You're done with that shit. You have more respect for yourself, so hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Don't let go of that at all. What's this King of Cups? I'm really picking up on a Cancer energy. I'm really picking up on an ex-friend that you let go of, that's all pissed off that you let them go and you walked away. okay? And the fact that you're not their pin cushion anymore, they have this real hurt on, and, you know, they feel betrayed that you walked away. Like, give me a break. What's this King of Cups? Yeah, this King of Cups is in their feels. Yeah, they're brokenhearted because you walked away. Because you're guarding your heart. You're not allowing them in anymore. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, you're moving towards the future, collective, and this is why you're guarding your heart. This is why they're all sad. They want you to break your own heart. They want you to feel sad about this whole thing. Like, I don't think so. You got better things to do with your day. You're clearing out and you're finishing this cycle. You're closing this cycle out. You're rising to the next timeline. You're jumping timelines is what I'm being told by Spirit. And they're being left behind and they don't like it. Right? No sense banging your head on the wall, Sarah. There's no sense banging your head on your wall, on the wall. Now they want to reconcile. Now they want to stop talking shit behind your back. Because they see how far you've developed. And they want to be a part of it. And they don't even want to catch up. Anything else? Oh yeah, they're going to run in. They're running in with a whole bunch of information, thinking that they can pull one over on you. They're definitely regretting ever coming for you, or ever trying you, or ever trying to thwart you, or create an instability. Okay? They're regretting it. Guaranteed. Right? You definitely deserve better, you know that, and that's why you're guarding your heart. Alright? What's the injustice? The justice card reversed? Yeah, you're standing in your truth. You're allowing your intuition to guide you. You're very vibrant right now. And this is what they didn't want. This is an injustice. Okay? To them. This is what they didn't want. I'm really picking up on the fact that they wanted you alone. Decrepit, dusted, and disgusted. But too fucking bad for them. Yeah, you took a leap of faith in a new direction. You left them behind. That's what you did. And they didn't like that. And this is why they're trying to bring injustice to you, because they're feeling the injustice of you walking away. Interesting. Good evening, Renee. Maureen, welcome in. I don't know if I said that already. Anybody that's come in that I've missed, welcome in, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. It's been an interesting message. Kind of the same shit, just different pile. I'm proud of all the work that you're doing, collective, so continue moving forward. What's going on with the Sun in reverse? The Nine of Swords. Yeah, so you're no longer being left in the dark. You know exactly what you're doing as far as letting go of this devil energy. And they're not being seen on your radar anymore. You're not even entertaining it anymore. You're leaving them in the dark for a change. right? You see things for what they are, and this is why you're cutting them out. The Hangman, you're standing on business, collective. You've been through too much. You've sacrificed way too much to see the point of view that you've seen, and you're not willing to gaslight yourself out of this. You're not willing to change the way you feel because you see it for what it is. You've been honest with yourself. And you realize you were just spinning your wheels with this energy. And somehow they think that they're still your puppet master. You're their pincushion. Yeah, they're feeling betrayed, that you're leaving them in the dark, that you're not mentioning them, you're not talking about them, and they're betrayed that you're finding a new commitment, that you're finding a new foundation without them. They wanted to be part of your foundation for the future. They wanted to be part of your situation. But all they did is create chaos for you. So this is why you're leaving them in the dark. You're not allowing them to know where you are, what you're doing. You could care less what they're doing. They didn't want you walking away. And you're manifesting your best life, and they don't like it. Right? And I'm really picking up on if they're using you as a pincushion, let's say they've got a voodoo doll, it's backfiring hardcore. Right? Your ancestors, your guides, guards, protectors, you're being protected at this time. Okay? So everything and anything that they're sending you is just, it's either being built up into a karmic vault of behind some sort of a door they're gonna, curiosity is gonna kill the cat, so they're gonna go and open this door, and all this fucking karma is gonna go sweeping right in on top of them, and they're not gonna know what the hell hit them. Okay? They think they're clever, but it's not gonna work out the way that they want it to. What's this Ten of Pentacles in reverse? Yeah, they're leaving you in the dark about this Ten of Pentacles, about you losing, or maybe they're leaving you in the dark about the fact that they tried to create instability for you, right? They tried to siphon off of you, they tried to take from you, they tried to take from your legacy, they tried to take from your stability, they tried to create an instability for you. They're trying to leave this in the dark, but you're rising above this. They can't touch you. You're protected. Okay? I'm also being told that their death magic that they're throwing at you to ruin your life is not working. Okay? You know exactly that they are throwing you death magic and whatnot, but it's not working. And Spirit's actually laughing at them because they're amateurs. They're absolute amateurs. They've even had to go to the point of paying other people to do the magic, and the people are looking at them like they got rocks in their head. Okay? They couldn't even manifest a $2 hoe on the side street. Okay? Yeah, you're closing out this cycle. You're ending these cycles. You've cut ties with this person. It's done. It's done, done, done. The Spirit's saying they are the $2 hoe. That's why they can't manifest one. Yeah, they don't want you moving forward. They're trying to tap you out. They're trying to get you to not listen to your intuition. They're trying to block your intuition. It's not working. I'm even seeing that they're doing dream magic as well, trying to thwart your healing. They don't want you healing or moving into this new beginning. So this is why they're trying to keep you so unstable. All right? But you're rising above this. You're rising above this. The divine is looking at them and laughing because they're amateurs. They don't even know what they're doing. Like, I keep getting 404 error code in my head. Error, error. Please, try again. Error, error. Like, this person has absolutely lost their frickin' mind trying to come for you. Okay? It's all they think about. It's all they do. And they cannot let go of you. They are being haunted by what they are doing. They're trying to bind themselves to you somehow. These bindings, these spells, this bullshit, this evil eye, it's all been released. And it's all being whiplashed right back at them. So they're being bound to everything that they're trying to throw at you indefinitely. So they might as well stop, and they might as well focus on their own healing, because they're only digging themselves a hole. All right? They're going to fall in it very, very quickly. They can't walk away from you. They're totally obsessed with you. Is there anything else? Yeah, they didn't want you walking away, but you found the strength to do so. You're a fucking warrior, collective. They tried to diminish the strength that you had within you, and you just kept getting stronger. So this whole idea that they're trying to rid you of your Ten of Pentacles and get you out of that energy is not working. It's falling apart. Their whole plan, all of this whole plan that they've been trying to do is not working. Najala, welcome in. Sheila, welcome in. What do we got going on with this Three of Pentacles? Yeah, they were collaborating with other people. They were talking shit behind your back. They were talking shit on how you move forward. And the fact is not only you had people collaborating with you, and they're talking shit as to how you move forward. The fact that you keep moving forward. Warrior. What else? Yeah, they're betrayed at the fact that other people wanted to work with you and collaborate with you. They're pissed off. They feel betrayed that you walked away from them. That you don't want to collaborate with them. Maybe they should have showed up right first time. Yeah, you just need to stay focused. You need to continue moving forward. You are going to have some new collaborators come in as well. And they're going to be even more butthurt about that too. Anything else about the Three of Pentacles? Yeah, they can't walk away, and they're not good at anything. They've lost their zest. They've lost their touch. And they've tried to basically destroy absolutely everything that you've been working on. Okay? Because you walked away, now they're trying to betray you. Like, they feel. Like, leave me alone. Leave the collective alone. Okay? Like, you're not even ahead, but just quit now. Before you fall into that hole you're digging. Like, some people's children. Like, this person's a grown adult, and they're acting like a fucking child. With their tantrums and the bullshit that they're pulling. Like, get over yourself. Two of Wands reversed. Yeah. So, they don't want you to move forward. They're going to come in to try to reconcile with you. Right? Because they don't want you moving forward. They don't want you transitioning with a new partnership. They don't want you having any new partnerships. They're trying to distract you from your new partnership that you have coming in. And collective, I haven't got to that point yet. Okay? You do have a new partnership coming in. That is protected. Okay? that is divinely led. You just need to continue focusing on yourself and not allowing the distractions to come in to distract you. Because I do believe that what they're trying to do is, if they know that they can't come in themselves, they're going to try to send people to you, thinking that they can get somebody else to do it for them. But you're going to overcome that as well. Can I get more on the Two of Wands reversed? They want you nostalgic about the past, and they want you up in your head about it, right? So they want you to constantly be up in your head thinking about how much of a regret it was to walk away from them, and how, you know, they want you nostalgic. They're an idiot. Yep, they want you trapped up in your head. They could want you to get all caught up. And there's some sort of something coming at you to get you all trapped up, to where you can't make a decision. They might be sending you entrapment energy as well. Okay, they could be having people come out and gang stalk you to make you isolated, to make you feel like you're isolated. Okay, they might be fabricating some sort of story to get you caught up and get, you know, caught up in a case. It's not going to work out. It's not going to work out at all in their favor. Guaranteed. Because you're not playing their stupid games anymore. Yeah, they want you to look like you're self-sabotaging, and that's what they've been doing. They've been throwing rocks and hiding their hands. They're trying to open up old wounds that you've healed, which boggles my mind. Like, and this is how they're trying to keep you from moving forward. Whatever. Get a life. Sandra, welcome in. Right? Want some cheese with that wine? Yeah. Just continue moving forward methodically, very slowly, taking one step at a time, and be patient, okay? Because your perfect wave is coming in if you are a surfer, okay? Your ship is coming in if you're a cruiser. You know, it's all working out in your favor, collective. You just need to be patient. You need to be methodical. You need to be consistent. And just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing fucking great, okay? You're doing beautiful. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're on the right track. Again, the Knight of Pentacles comes out. Keep moving forward. Focus on grounding. Focus on touching some grass. Get out in nature. Get yourself in a position where you are solid on your feet, and just keep moving forward, but keep it to yourself. All right? Don't be telling nobody shit. What's the Knight of Pentacles reverse? It's none of their business. That's why, collective. All right, so they see you going through this rebirth, and this is why they're trying to stop you in your tracks. They don't want you moving forward because you are having a rebirth. You are rebirthing into a new version of yourself, and you're doing this by alchemizing the past, alchemizing the lessons you've learned. You're now applying those lessons to your life, and you're raising the bar. I'm extremely proud of you. Okay? So continue to move forward. Do not be distracted by those stupid-ass little yappies chomping at your ankles. Give them a stomp, 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 and keep moving forward. Pay them no mind. Your challenge is to not allow them to open up old wounds that you've already healed. Okay? So continue moving forward, because they very well could have some sort of idea that they're going to bring out these old so-called receipts that have lost their ink, all right? And they're basically blank pieces of paper now, and they're going to come at you saying, oh, I have receipts, I have receipts. Meanwhile, they're basically disintegrated, Like, what receipts? It's a bunch of empty paper. And it's mainly because you've healed this. You've rose above it. You don't live there anymore. You don't live in that energy anymore. For good reason. You've done the work, collective. I'm extremely proud of you. They want to bring a death to your rebirth as well. They want to bring a death to your new beginning. Not happening. Two of Pentacles. Yep, because you're moving forward into a new place. This is a tower for them. This is creating sadness for them. They're in their feels. They're very sad and heartbroken at the fact that you're moving forward. You're balancing out things just fine after all the calamity and chaos that they tried to bring to you. Like, and they're receiving some major towers. But the thing is you're trying to balance this out, and they're trying to bring you a tower and get you back into sadness, right? They want to make you sad. They don't want you to be happy. They don't want you to be in this beautiful energy that you are, right? They want you to be up in your head. They want you to have a dark night of the soul, but that's happening to them. It's rearing its ugly head. Yep, because you're walking away. You're moving forward. You're speaking up. You're stating your piece. They don't like it. Okay? Somebody's coming in to speak on this. Maybe somebody's coming in to let you know that they had a major tower. And that they're broken, that they're having a dark night of the soul, and that they need you. They need your help. Is the feeling I get. There very well could have been a passing. Somebody could have passed. Maybe they're suicidal. Maybe they're... Whether they're suicidal or not, collective, don't give them the time of day. They should have thought about this beforehand. They made their bed. They can lie in it. Okay? They are the ones that betrayed you. They're the ones that have been ripping you apart. And somehow now you're supposed to show them compassion? Give me a break. Don't throw... pearls before swine. Okay? Don't help those that don't want to help themselves. Because they will deplete you. They will hold you back. And it's not about not having compassion for these people. You've tried. You've tried to have compassion for these people. But they weren't willing to listen. They weren't willing to alchemize it. They weren't willing to rise above with you. So leave them where they still stand. You don't have to walk backwards in order to help them, in order to move on with your life. They made their bed, let them lie in it. And this isn't about you being cold. This isn't about you being in this energy where you don't care. You probably still care about them. You still probably love them. You probably still hold a place for them in your heart. Even so, they've done so much. But it's not like you hate the person. But you're done wasting your energy. And considering what they've done behind the scenes to bring about chaos into your life, they deserve absolutely everything they're getting. This is divine justice that they are receiving. Okay? And you don't want to mess with the divine justice. You don't want to be sitting there holding their karma. Right? You don't want to be enthralled in their bullshit. Because their bullshit they're dealing with is basically because they tried to come for you. They tried to ruin you. They tried to discredit you. They tried to disenfranchise you. They tried to bring you down. They tried to sabotage you. And somehow now you're supposed to care. If they treated you different, if they treated you with some sort of respect, there might have been a different situation, right? But because they chose to ruin you, they chose to discredit you and talk shit behind your back and try to ruin your reputation, quite possibly ruin jobs, cause fraud on your name, like, get out of here. You're finding balance whether they like it or not. Too fucking bad for them. You're no longer trapped, collective. We're going to look into it. This 8 of Swords, let's look into it. Okay, I will look at it. The Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So there very well could have been a Queen of Swords and a Two of Pentacles regarding this. So this Queen of Swords, they may have commissioned to bring imbalance to you. They tried to bring a lot of energetic imbalance. They tried to keep you just moneyless. They tried to keep you juggling. Okay? So this lion sack of shit was commissioned to bring you down in behind the scenes. This could have been a friend of the third party of this Cancer. Yeah, they tried to bring you out of this whole completion of this cycle, but you stayed true. Okay, you stayed true, and you stayed grounded throughout this misjudgment. Okay, and you are going to get money out of this. Okay, I have a feeling that the so-called case they're trying to get you caught up in, they're going to be getting caught up in. They want you investigated for apparently doing some sort of magic on them to bring about their karma for coming for you. All right, try to wrap your head around that one. Okay, but they're going to be investigated, and they're going to be found guilty rather than you. All right, because these dumbasses thought they were getting by, and throwing rocks and hiding their hands, not realizing that they were careless enough to leave a paper trail. And it can all be looked at behind the scenes. It can all be looked at, what they've done and how they've done and what they've done. Okay? Nothing is hidden. All right? And I think they did this all for money too as well, to try to trap you up. But it's backfiring. Backfiring hardcore. There is somebody that you don't know of that is standing in your corner, because they've seen it all. An actual physical person's seen it all. They might have been somewhat involved, and once they found out the true essence of what they were doing, they backed out of it. Right? And they walked away from it. They're like, yeah, no, I want nothing to do with it. I have a feeling they found out some certain information, some very permanent information that they are releasing, and you're getting justice for this, for whatever they've done. What's the King of Pentacles reversed? So, yeah, they tried to create an instability with you. They wanted you to question your intuition. They wanted you to question who you are. They wanted to question what you were doing. They wanted to question everything. They wanted you to lose your light. They didn't want you acting. They wanted you to act out of character. They wanted you to be like. They pretty well wanted you to burn down the house. And you didn't react the way that you were anticipated to act. I think you just walked away with this energy, where they tried to create an instability, and because you didn't act in the way that they thought you were going to act, apparently now they feel betrayed. And I'm also picking up that they feel played, because you knew 10 steps ahead all the whole time of what they were doing, without even knowing behind the scenes of what they were doing. I'm really picking up on the fact that Spirit tapped you in, and this is why they tried to turn your intuition into a reaction. Like, I'm really picking up reactive abuse. It didn't work. It didn't work. They tried to create an instability for you, and it didn't work. Yep, King of Cups. You were guarding your heart. Eight of Wands, the Hierophant reversed. This could be something to do with the Taurus. And I'm really picking up on, they tried to sell your soul. They tried to make you a sacrifice. They tried to disconnect you from your higher power by making you a sacrifice to better their life. And this is actually creating a lot of instability in their life instead. This water sign may be being put to rest because of what they did. And I'm really picking up on death magic. It's not working. It's blowing up in their face. Six of Swords. Yep. Six of Swords. Yep. They're all up in their head. They're trapped. They're having a dark night of the soul that they lost their power. They may have been bound from doing harm, quite possibly. And this is after that you walked away. Because the divine ain't playing. The divine is not playing around. And they might be getting all trapped up. And they might be going through a dark night of the soul at this point because you walked away. They can't get to you. They can't access your energy anymore. Yep. 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords, 8 of Swords. You're resting. Yeah. That's what I thought. They ruined your relationship as well. You very well could have had a twin flame, a divine relationship, and they sabotaged that too. They sacrificed your union to the devil, to the darkness. And they made you basically walk away from them. Made them walk away from you, whatever the case may be. Yep, they tried to create sadness. It was this King of Cups, this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And now they're all sad that you don't even give a fuck. They're sad that it didn't hit you the way that it was supposed to. And it hit you, it shattered you, but you alchemized it. You rose above it. To some degree, they did you a favor. Yeah, you walked away. 6 of Swords. There's a lot of swords here. Somebody was talking shit, a whole lot of shit behind your back, trying to get you all up in your head, to try to get you all trapped, to the point where you weren't able to rest, you weren't able to ever have any type of relationship, you were always sad, you were always wanting to be in this toxic kind of energy, and you walked away from it all. You walked away from it all, absolutely everything. And the whole thing is, this King of Cups wanted a relationship with you, quite possibly, and you friend-zoned them. You didn't want fuck all to do with them, because they're a fucking $2 hoe on the side street. Stanky-ass motherfucker, thinking that they're going to get in on your energy just to pull on your energy. Toxic motherfucker. Get out of here. You have more respect for yourself, you'd rather stay single, let alone anything else. They might have screwed your car too. So keep an eye out on your car. They might have screwed your car up. I really get a feeling that they're thinking that they want to come in and throw hands, but it's not going to work out that way. It's not going to work out that way at all. What's the 6 of Swords? Yeah, you walked away. You took on another journey and a new destination. Yeah, and that's when they tried to ruin absolutely everything that you were planting and that you were working on. That's when they started to bring a lot of the chaos to your life, right? That's when they started to challenge everything that you were building for yourself to come to some sort of stability. They brought a lot of challenges to the garden that you were tending to. You know, and it's all because you decided to walk away. They thought by ruining your vehicle that you wouldn't be able to get away, but they did you a favor anyway because, you know, you needed a moving truck anyhow. So how are you supposed to drive the truck and the car too? Right? They did you a favor. Now, mind you, I'm using my own experience, my own situation as an example. Flip it and put it into where it works with you. If it doesn't, if it doesn't, that part doesn't vibe with you, then that's fine. But they tried to thwart your forward movement, and by thwarting your forward movement, the divine flipped the script, and it made them pretty well do you a favor. However, that all worked out for you. It was meant to break your heart. It was meant to make you sad. It was meant to make you feel like there was no wind in your sails, but that's not how it worked. Like, I don't even think you shedded a tear. The divine showed you something different. The divine allowed you to know that this is what they were doing, this is why they were doing it. However, there's better coming for you. You're only releasing of a burden, and they helped you do it. Right? So that's that's the sense of humor of the divine. When you surrender to the divine and you allow them in your life, allow the divine into your life, it's definitely healing. It's definitely a game changer. People wonder how I have so much strength. If it wasn't for the divine, I wouldn't be here right now. If it wasn't for my crew, if it wasn't for my tribe, I wouldn't be here right now. Okay? So I'm extremely grateful for all of it. And by divine right, we are all divinely guided, guarded, and protected. Tribe and myself. Okay? So please try to find peace in knowing that you are stepping into the right direction. Alright? You're talented as fuck. I don't know who I'm talking to, but you are talented. Okay? You need to start applying this talent to the world. The world needs you. What's the Three of Cups? Oh, yeah. This was a major tower for them. By you finding your tribe, they wanted you to feel alone and isolated. And then all of a sudden, now you're celebrating with new people that actually care about you. The fact that you found new people to hang out with, the fact that you found people that actually are riding with you and that are supporting you and protecting you and are sticking up for you and want to see the best for you. Okay, thank you, Rumi. This is a major tower for them. Yeah, they're speechless. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They're at a loss for words now. All they can do is think about the past and be nostalgic. They want to come in. They want to come in. But I don't think, they don't even have the strength to come in. And you got new tribe members coming in. Yep. They've been put in their place. There's also a Gemini involved. This Gemini has been blackmailed, is what I'm picking up on. This Gemini is feeling trapped. I'm also picking up maybe not necessarily a Gemini aspect to it, but they want to come in and express their feelings for you, but they know they can't measure up. So they're speechless. They don't know what to say. All they can think of is the past. Yeah, something's being exposed. Something's being exposed regarding this this love situation. Somebody was lying on you, and now that it's too late. It's too late. It not only created a tower for this person to realize that they believed in the lies and the disrespect put on your name. They wish they never listened to it, and now they're speechless. They don't know what to say. They're trapped. And all they can do is think about the past. Think about what they're missing out on. And it's created a huge tower for the whole situation. And they have nobody to blame but themselves. That's what they get for showing compassion to a fucking idiot. You learnt your lesson, collective, and that's why you moved on. Anything else for the Three of Cups? Yep. You're standing on truth. You got no emotion for this anymore. Yep. This King of Swords has to deal with the chaos of self-sabotaging. Because not only did they self-sabotage the relationship with you, they're self-sabotaging their life and their experience. Meanwhile, they very well could have been part of your tribe for quite some time, but they sabotaged it. What's this Seven of Cups? Yeah, Seven of Cups. They want you feeling overwhelmed about everything that that happened. They want you in your head. They want you nostalgic about the memories. They want you overwhelmed. What else about the Seven of Cups? Page of Wands reversed. Yeah. They didn't see this coming. They were not tapped in. They were not using their intuition. They're very uninspired to come forward. But now they're keeping their cards close to their chest. But you're keeping your cards close to your chest as well. They wanted you to feel uninspired, but it's not working out that way. Lorena Rose, welcome in. Thanks again for those that have donated tonight. If this message is resonating and you'd like to throw me a super chat, you can throw me a PayPal. You can throw me a tip over at Hipsy. Or you can just order your own reading. The personal readings are a lot different. I definitely get into a different energy with the personal readings. It's more personal on your end. So please, make me work for it. Go order a reading through the Hipsy link. That's the only place you can get a reading. Otherwise, you gotta join and be a member here on YouTube through level 1 through 4. They're trying to overwhelm you and try to disconnect you from your higher power. You know you deserve better than this, but you're in gratitude to the information that the divine gives you. They're trying to cloud your judgment on this. They're trying to get you to disconnect by throwing you a whole bunch of curveballs and chaos. It's not working. And that's creating a major tower for them. Because Spirit's saying that they're getting caught up for what they're doing. You're not buying it. You're not taking the bait. Yeah, and they're talking shit as to how you just give no fucks. You deserve better than what you're receiving. You're not satisfied with what that you have, but you're working on it. And people are talking about it. How they tried to overwhelm you and it didn't work. You just continue to move forward methodically. You're undistracted for good reason. And they've only got themselves to blame. What's the Seven of Swords? Yeah, you've had to strategically rebuild a new foundation for yourself. And by doing that, you've had to relearn your heart space. You've had to learn how to not only love yourself, but to how to show compassion to others all over again. And I think this is bringing you to a higher standard of love and living. Okay? And you need to act upon this lesson. You need to apply these lessons to your life and make sure that you stand on it, because this is going to bring you into the energy of a committed relationship. This is going to bring you into this new love relationship, okay? It is on its way. It's in the works. It is divinely protected. And this is overwhelming them to no end. The fact that you're going to be able to find a new foundation and actually be loved again by someone else. They don't want to see this. They don't want this to happen. And you've had no other choice but to be strategic as to how to do this. You had to play your cards very strategically. Which I don't blame you, collective. Keep all this to yourself. You don't need to divulge to the world who you're with, what you're doing, how you're doing it, whatever else. Right? It's none of anybody's business. Okay? Yep, they tried to just strategically keep you up in your head. They wanted you having a dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul after dark night of the soul. To the point where you didn't trust anyone anymore. But you're reaching a new pivotal point in your life. You're coming into a transition of independence. They wanted you to feel dependent on other people. They wanted to destroy your life to the point where you had to rely on other people for the rest of your life. So that way you look like an absolute delinquent. And this is why they tried to put challenges in your way, so that way people wouldn't love you. And whatever they were talking shit on about you being an abuser, you being a user, you being selfish, all this shit behind your back, that's why they're trying to create so much chaos in your life, so that way you look like what they're saying. Meanwhile, it could be farther from the truth. It's all lies that they're trying to project onto you. And you've had no other choice but to be very strategic as to how you go about this. But this is the whole thing. They want you in your head. They don't want you falling into this independence. They don't want you having to be able to be self-sufficient. Yet here you are, sitting in the Nine of Pentacles. Too fucking bad for them. All the work they did, all the money they spent, all the time invested, the energy invested, it's all gone to shit. Because here you are, working on trying to sit pretty, and you're working on it. You're moving forward. You've reevaluated your whole heart space as to who you're showing compassion to, who you're loving, who, everything that's going on. Okay? And they're overwhelmed at the fact that you're finding a new foundation. They're all up in their head about the fact that you're independent. You're acting on your own merit. And you're not only acting on your own merit, you're helping other people find their independence. You're helping other people find their foundation to rise above and to alchemize and to step into their new timeline. They don't want you to be a mentor. They don't want you helping people. They don't want you sharing wisdom of this. Here they're trying to create a monster, and what they're doing is they're creating a superhero. Get it right. And this is the sense of humor of the divine. The divine will always work with you, and the divine will always alchemize and transmute with you. And the divine will match you. So every bit of love that you pour into yourself, the divine will match you with that and confirm that love for yourself. Okay? And the thing is that these motherfuckers sold their soul to the devil. So the divine wants nothing to do with them. No matter how much they pray, it's falling on deaf ears because they chose to do what they did. And now they have to sit with what they've done. And that's nobody's problem but their own. So the divine is teaching you how to strategically move forward, and they got you. And all because of all of this, they're feeling betrayed. That you walked away, that you're being methodical, that you're being very, very strategic. Okay? Welcome in, Karen. What's the Three of Swords? Aww. They're betrayed because they feel betrayed because you're coming out of this tower. I don't even think this tower even hit you the way that they wanted it to. Okay? And the thing is the fact that they wanted you trapped, you're not trapped. You're not trapped. They wanted you they were throwing you glamour, I think, glamour magic to make you feel trapped, but you're not trapped. You were never trapped. The divine wouldn't allow that to happen. After all the shit that they put you through, no. Not a chance. Now they feel betrayed. Aw, because you're moving up, you're ending the cycle, you're stepping up into a new timeline where they can't reach you. Aw, poor muffins. You're keeping your cards close to your chest. You're not telling anybody fuck all. For good reason. You're nurturing your truth. You're giving no fucks. And they're trying to challenge you on your leap of faith, but you've already made that leap of faith. You've already moved in a new direction. They can't fucking stop you now. And they're trying to create illusions to make you overthink. Don't allow this illusion and the glamour to get to you, collective. If you're sitting there and you're kind of, they tried to create injustice. But you found the inner strength to move forward anyway, and this is, apparently to them, this is an injustice because you found strength within yourself to overcome it. Really? Really. And they feel betrayed because of that. Because you just stepped forward anyway. And this tower didn't hit you the way that they wanted it to. You can't always get what you want. But sometimes, you get what you need. Yep, you're getting an equal reciprocation kind of situation, and they feel betrayed. The fact that you're being, things are balancing out. People are actually giving to you. And they're talking shit about it. They're talking shit and lies about the fact that people are giving back to you. Right? And I'm really kind of picking up the feeling like they thinking that you're going behind the scenes and like doing sex work and all this other shit. Meanwhile, you don't do that shit. You're not going to bring yourself to that low to do that kind of thing. Okay? Like, me, myself, I don't do sex work. I've been celibate the last 3.5, 4 years, you know, and I'm quite happy being by myself. Okay? And quite frankly, I'm not interested in the sexually transmitted demons that people are carrying, let alone the diseases that they're carrying. No, thank you. I'm good. I'll pass. I'd rather hang out by myself. But they're talking shit about the fact that people are giving to you, and they're coming out with this idea that people are giving to you on false pretenses. Right? So let them think and talk and do whatever the fuck they want. This is the way they're trying to betray you behind your back by creating rumors and bullshit. They're trying to create pressure and problems and issues where there is none. Let them think and do and say and be whatever the fuck they want. They're just showing their true colors. What's the judgment reverse? Yeah, they're misjudging you. Yeah, because of the lies. All right, so they're misjudging you. Okay, so you are being misjudged because of the success that you have, and they're lying on your success. They're trying to discredit your success. They're trying to diminish your success, and they're trying to so-called expose the lies that you're telling. Meanwhile, you're telling the truth. You're standing on business. Okay, and it's only because you have no emotions towards them that they're trying to expose these so-called lies that you're saying. Meanwhile, you're speaking truth. Right? Because they are feeling totally triggered at the fact that you're speaking truth and the fact that you're finding success with that. And not only, you're making them into an example as to who not to be, which is ripping their ego to shreds. Okay? They're having major ego death because of this. They're being put in their place. Okay? And they might have come around with a bunch of people as a group to watch. I'm using my own experience. I know that they've gotten a whole bunch of group of people to watch me and the fact that I'm speaking up and speaking of truth, and they're finding out the truth behind the scenes. They don't know how I'm coming up with this. They don't know how or where. The divine works with me. Okay? The divine is going to peep the shit that I need to know, that I need to address, that I need to speak up about. Okay? And it's coming out in the cards. It's coming out in the cards. The truth is in the pudding, right here. All right? So the thing is that now these people are looking at this dumbass like they've got rocks in their head. Like, what are you even doing? What are you even doing? And I've stated many times on my live that had they just left me the fuck alone, and had they left me to live my own life, okay, and do what I'm doing, and stop watching my channel, which they're watching right now, because why else would they be coming out into the cards? I know they're watching. My ear's been going nuts the whole time. They're talking shit. I know they are. I'm not stupid. The divine's tapping me in. Okay? And they wonder why the divine keeps telling me this stuff. Because they're fucking slimy pieces of shit. That's why. And they deserve to be called out for what they've done. So that's why it's coming out in the cards. That's not your fault, collective. Not my fault. It's just the way a cookie crumbles. Yeah. They're trying to keep it close to their chest now. The fact that they wanted you out in the cold. They wanted you feeling worthless. Right? And this is why they're trying to discredit your success and make you out to be some sort of a liar. And this might be the report that they're telling the police or whoever else that they're making false reports and all this shit. All because you're spitting truth. You could be very well being investigated. And now these people that are trying to get an investigation on you, they're going to be investigated. Everybody's being investigated. That's just part of the job, right? But you're finally ending out this cycle. You're finally ending out this worthlessness. You're not feeling worthless. This whole idea of them trying to get you out in the cold to make you feel worthless to the point where you've got nothing is done. It's done. They can't do this anymore. It's out of their hands. All because they misjudged you. All because they misjudged who they thought you were. All because they decided to go behind your back and lie about you to other people, to discredit you. But you've been exposing the truth. And because you've been exposing the truth, you're keeping your cards close to your chest. And they're the ones being left out in the cold. They're the ones having to deal with the fact that this is all ending. Everything that they've done to come at you and come against you is falling apart. Is blowing up in their face. And they got nothing, they got nobody to blame but themselves. Trying to make you look like you're self-sabotaging. Meanwhile, they're throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Like, give me a break. Get the fuck out of my energy. Don't watch my channel. Stay the fuck away from me. And stop trying to ruin my relationship. Stop trying to go in behind my back and try to cheat with the people that I'm trying to be with. This particular person, literally, every person that I've dated in the past, they went behind my back and tried to cheat with them. They tried to get in their energy to do some sort of a loyalty test. To see how loyal they were. This is why they're a $2 hoe on the side street. Because they can't keep their shit in their pants. They can't keep their legs fucking closed. And that's nobody's fault but their own. They are making their own choices, collective. It's fucking gross. Page of Swords reversed. Yep. Yep. So Page of Swords. This is a lying, conniving piece of shit, and the fact that you're touching grass, the fact that you're nurturing your stability, the fact that you are focused on your stability, your money, you're focused on your growth, you're focused on grounding, you're focused on nurturing your energy. You're not receiving the tower that they want for you. No matter how they talk shit about you. Okay? And they want you in sadness. And their lies to make you sad are not working. And they don't think that they should apologize for this. They don't think they owe you an apology. And I'll tell you right now, collective, this is going to haunt them until they do. But whether you take that apology or not, it doesn't mean that anything good is going to happen. It's not like you're going to get back in their energy. It's not like they're going to get back in your energy. But they're going to be haunted for the rest of their life for what they've done behind closed doors, thinking that they're going to sabotage you and ruin your life in every which way but loose. Not working. You're too grounded for that. So it's not hitting you like they want it to. What's the Fool reversed? I'm doing all right, Alexis. How are you, my dear? Yeah, they want you questioning your healing. They want you questioning your light. They want you to question what you're wishing for. They don't want you to have hope. Like, they want you questioning whether or not you're a starseed or not. I know exactly who the fuck I am. I'm not questioning anything. So all this chaos that they're throwing at you, collective, they're trying to get you to question what you're good at. They're trying to get you to question your talent and what, you know, and they're sending people in to discredit you on this, right? But you need to continue shining your light. You need to be beautiful. You need to shine your light. You need to be as bright as you can and know where you stand with this, okay? Don't question anything. Yeah, rest right now because you're headed into a 10 of cups. And they can't do shit about it. Okay? Rest up and continue healing because you are alchemizing all this shit and you're raising your frequency. You're nurturing your truth. Yeah, you're clearing out this cycle. You're rising above it. This overthinking bullshit isn't working. And you're headed for some major success. 6 of Wands. And you're moving on a journey. There's definitely a new journey here. Right? You could very well be moving again soon. And this is going to be a wake-up call. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles reversed. What about the Ace of Pentacles reversed? Okay, so they're sending you energetics to make you feeling like you're in lack because you are nurturing your truth. And you're tapping into your intuition. This is a great awakening because you're going to find out that this person is trying to get you to walk away from this new energy that you're in. They're getting you to question this. They're getting you to question your great awakening. They're getting you to question your healing. They're getting you to question and make you trying to make you feel like you're not worth anything. That all of this healing, all of this cycle breaking, all of this curse breaking and you moving forward, it was all the wrong idea. They're trying to get you to regret walking away. And quite frankly, they want you to walk away from this new stability that you have. So they're throwing you energy, they're throwing you lack, they're throwing you a whole bunch of deception in order to get you to feel like that. So keep nurturing your truth. Don't allow this mumbo jumbo bullshit that keeps coming into your head like anxiety and panic and all this shit. Don't allow it to hit you. Know exactly where it's coming from because they're still projecting stupid ass evil eye onto you. Okay? So continue to move forward. They got nothing but lies. And they're trying to make you out to be a liar. Okay? Continue healing. Continue moving forward. Be unbothered by this bullshit. Okay? Because this whole idea of you overthinking is glamour magic. It's glamour projection. They're sending chaos magic to you to try to trip you up. What's the Four of Wands? Yeah, because you're nurturing yourself. They want to bring an end to this nurturing. And this is their way of sabotaging you out of your destiny. When you're finding a new foundation. And they're sabotaging, they're trying to sabotage you with other people and keep you from moving forward. They don't want you moving through this transition. They don't want you moving through you're coming to a crossroads where you're going to be able to make a decision, and they want you to make the wrong one. But the truth is coming out. You are having a new beginning with the truth. There's definitely some major truth coming in. Stay grounded. Be very methodical, knowing that you are moving forward and you are ending out this cycle once and for all. You're done with this shit. You're done, 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 done. And the truth and clarity is going to come to you, whether through be communication or the divine is going to tap you in and give you the information that you need to know to move forward and end out the cycle once and for all. Okay? The truth will hurt and piss you off, but then it will set you free. Okay? They're going to show their hand eventually. They're going to show their true face, true colors, true this, true that, whatever it might be. They're going to be exposed for what they're doing. And they're going to have nobody but themselves to blame. The Four of Swords. Yeah. While you're resting and while you're alchemizing all this shit, while you're taking stock of the bullshit and figuring out what you want for your life and how to reconcile certain differences, certain things, they're wanting this restful period and this time of solitude to be you up in your head, thinking about all of the chaos. Meanwhile, you're alchemizing it, you're empowering yourself, you're rising above it. Like the divine is taking this isolation and creating a solitude for you. They're transmuting it. Okay? So what they think they're doing to you, it's the opposite. I was also called yesterday to write a post on the community tab there, the post tab. The fact that if you go ahead and bless me, you will be blessed. If you go ahead and try to curse me, you will be cursed by divine right and vengeance. Okay, so if you choose to bless me, know that you will be blessed. But if you choose to try to curse me, you will be cursed beyond measure. Because the divine ain't fucking playing around anymore. Okay? Just to let you know that. You've got a job to do here, collective, and you just need to be patient. Okay? Stay consistent, be focused on what you're being called to do, and continue moving forward. Nothing more, nothing less. The divine's got you. Yeah. That what is done in the dark is coming to light. The challenge is them throwing rocks and hiding their hands. Right? And they're trying to bring deception and illusion to your success and to this resting. They're trying to make you out to be lazy and that you don't deserve blessings and that you don't deserve what you're receiving. Okay, they're trying to diminish who you are. They're trying to diminish what you're doing, whatever your purpose is. They're trying to diminish your success. They're trying to cast illusions over this. All of this is going to be revealed to you. Okay, because of the chaos that they've been creating. They're going to show their hands. At one point, they're not going to have a choice. All this sabotage, them coming at you, trying to sabotage you behind your back, is all going to be revealed. Okay? The people that work together, yeah, the truth is coming out. The Ace of Swords, about the devil, about the darkness, Okay? Somebody literally tried to make you a sacrifice to get a one-up on you because you're a pure-hearted soul, and they thought by making you a sacrifice that you would be the ultimate sacrifice. Meanwhile, you don't consent to that. You have to consent to it. You have to consent to being a sacrifice. You have to consent to be giving up your soul. And they tried to get you in this energy where you just didn't give a fuck anymore and that you'd turn over to the dark side. But that's not happening. The truth is all coming out about that. And they tried to do this while you were resting, while you were healing. Meanwhile, they wanted you all up in your head. They wanted you feeling depressed, anxiety, and wanting to off yourself. They thought this whole Four of Swords was a suicide thing, that you were going to be committing suicide soon. But little did they know, the divine had other plans. Right? You know exactly what the truth is. You know what they were doing behind the scenes because the divine tapped you in. You're not fucking stupid, and neither is the divine. The divine sees absolutely everything. They think that they got worried about the big brother. They think big brother's a problem. The big brother's got fuck all on the divine. Okay? The divine knows their intentions before they even act it out. The divine even sends them warnings. You better not do this. You better not do that. You better not do this. You better not do that. But they do it anyway. They don't listen to their inner conscious, their inner fucking Jiminy Cricket on their shoulder. They don't listen to them. They flick them off every time. So that's fine. Pay the fucking piper now. Pay the fucking piper. Yeah. You're resting, you're empowering yourself, you're rising above all of this fucking chaos. Okay? You are getting a new beginning of clarity. You are being protected during this time. So, collective, continue being focused on what you need to focus on. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay? Don't allow these illusions, these casted illusions, to thwart you or get you discombobulated, because it's not going to work out in their favor. And the more you focus on what is being meant for you and what you need to be working on, the better things are going to work out for you. Okay? But the only way that they can thwart you and they can trip you up is if you allow the illusions to get to you and distract you. It's the only way that they can do that. Okay? Otherwise, they can't touch a fucking hair on your head. The divine is actually sitting there laughing because they're thinking that they're going to overthrow the divine. Meanwhile, the divine already knows what the fuck they're up to. And they're already headed to the grave pretty soon because of all the death magic that they did. All this time, you haven't had to do a spell. You haven't had to light a candle. You haven't had to do all this shit that they're doing behind the scenes to come at you. The divine's been doing all of it. The divine's been taking care of you. The divine's been protecting you. And the angels and Archangel Michael, fuck, man. They're not happy. Your ancestors aren't happy. So they're in for a good wallop. I'm telling you that right now. Exactly, Ashley. They don't deserve your attention. They're facing judgment for coming after your success. Okay? What's the Six of Wands? Yeah, you're getting new collaborators. Quite possibly with the Queen of Wands. What else? Six of Wands. Yet nurturing your truth. And the Chariot. So there's some sort of a journey. And you're moving forward very methodically. Very grounded. It's a slow go, but that's okay. What else about the Six of Wands? Yep. The World and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you're stepping into your true essence of who you are. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You're stepping into what you're good at, and okay. Apparently you're taking the world by storm. I'm hearing you are the storm. So this is good. This is very good. You're very well nurturing your intuition. You're nurturing your truth. You're moving forward in a very, very methodical way. You're moving forward with purpose. You're very grounded. It might be slow going right now, but you're rising to the top. So it is a little bit uphill as you go. So there is a little bit of challenge. There is a little bit of kind of there is a bit of a drag almost because you're going uphill, right? But you're rising into your next foundation in the next season. And the Eight of Pentacles, you've got everything. You've got all the tools that you need to move forward. You just need to continue moving forward and working together. Okay, but there's definitely new collaborations coming in to where you'll be able to nurture your gifts and move forward very solid. Okay? There's definitely success coming for you, and it's already here, collective. And nobody can touch it. Stop saying that, Ashley. Kind of the same thing as the FML. You're doing it to yourself, Ashley. You're doing it to yourself. You've got nobody but yourself to blame. So far, so good? Really? Is that all it is? Show me how good it can get, is what you need to be saying. Universe, show me how good it can get. Show me how beautiful my life can be. Give me a sign. Give me a sign that I cannot question. Give me a sign that isn't filled with riddles. Give me without any doubt whatsoever, how good my life is and how good my life can be. Yeah, it very well could, but you're bringing that into the reality of it all. That it's giving it a possibility to be what you're saying that it is. Don't give it room in your life anymore. Words are extremely powerful. Words carry intention. What's the Page of Cups reversed? Be unapologetic about your destiny. Be unapologetic at the fact that you're a warrior. And be unapologetic at the fact that you're standing on business and standing on the truth that is you. And give no fucks about it. You're doing better than expected, Ashley. You just need to step into it. Step into the energy that it's already happening instead of waiting around for it. Somebody wants to reconcile the fact that they tried to dismember your garden and destroy what you were planting, destroy what you were building. They want to come in and reconcile the fact that they were trying to destroy you. Interesting. Casting illusions. Page of Cups reversed. Yeah, they want to come in and they don't want to apologize for trying to get you to react out of character and to pull you out of your independence. I have a feeling they have no other choice but to do that. They don't want to apologize for the fact of trying to ruin your destiny and the fact that you're, you know, be unapologetic about this shit. You don't have to apologize for stepping into your destiny or finding the fact that you're a warrior or, you know, you don't have to apologize for acting out of character and speaking on truth, okay, about the fact that somebody was trying to ruin your independence and ruin everything you're building. You don't have to apologize for that. Be unapologetic. Because had they treated you better, you wouldn't have anything bad to say. Okay? It is what it is. It's going to be what it's going to be. But as long as you step into that higher timeline, you got nothing holding you back. What else shouldn't you say sorry for? Going after everything they said you couldn't have? That's a good thing to do. You shouldn't say sorry for ending out the cycles. No longer wanting to deal with the bullshit. You shouldn't apologize for moving forward without a fucking care in the world. They don't want to apologize for trying to get you all up in your head and ruining different opportunities for you. Five of Cups. Yeah. They're not going to come in and tell you that they're sad. They don't want to come in and they want to say that they love you. The fact that you love yourself is not fulfilling their wish fulfillment. Aw. The fact that they're speechless, they're having a hard time trying to find the words to try to find that they're good enough. Meanwhile, you're standing on business. You're standing on intention. You're using your intuition. You're loving yourself. And this is not their wish fulfillment. And that's why they're sad. Because you're standing on business. You're loving on yourself. You're calling in a new relationship. And somehow they're trying to emotionally manipulate you into being sad again. And being back in that old energy. Whoever this is, collective, you're dealing with a sociopath. You're dealing with somebody that gets pleasure out of ruining people's lives to make themselves feel better about themselves. Like, whoever this is, they need to get a fucking life. Focus on their own life rather than focusing on yours. Because this is where they're going to come up empty. The Devil reversed. Yeah, you're standing on business. You wake up in the morning, and every time your feet hit the floor, the devil shudders. Okay? You got a beautiful offer coming in. It's going to help you walk away from this bullshit once and for all. And you're manifesting your best life, and you're stepping into your power. You're definitely balancing out your masculine and feminine. We got the King and Queen of Wands here. You're a fucking powerhouse, whoever you are, with the Magician out here. Like, this is like borderline High Priest, High Priestess kind of energy. We got the Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, you're taking a leap of faith. And there's a King of Pentacles, or you're moving into this very stable energy. Taking a leap of faith with the King of Pentacles. This King of Cups in the reverse is not happy about this. The Hierophant and the Six of Cups. So this very well could be somebody that was you were connected to in the past. I don't know. Somebody wants you to put your guard down so they can come in. It's either that or this King of Pentacles is a two-faced piece of shit and they're coming in to emotionally manipulate you. This could be somebody from your past. I'm really picking up on this idea that they're not taking no for an answer. And this is the devil energy that has been kind of in the helm and in the mix of all this shit. Trying to play pieces in behind the scenes. They're playing checkers. You're not even playing chess, you're playing Othello. Like, whatever this is, stand in your power, collective. You're on the right track. Don't allow these distractions to come in and get you all wired up. Okay? Somebody definitely does want to come in and nurture you. Somebody definitely wants to come in and right the wrongs. But that is up to you to decide as to what goes on. I do believe somebody's coming in and they want to be genuine with you. But this is after they've done a whole bunch of shit behind your back and created chaos to your stability. This person misjudged you. They didn't understand who you were at the time. I think you weren't actually in your healing era. I think you were kind of scattered. And yeah, so somebody wants to come in and show some sort of compassion to you. Somebody's genuinely sorry about what they've done in the past. And they want to clear the cobwebs so that way not only they can move on, but you can too. They want to try to empower you. You're getting back what you thought you lost. Yeah, they want to come in and reconcile the chaos, the chaotic foundation, and the lies and the deception. Yeah, because they didn't get the upper hand in the mix. Somebody's also coming in to create chaos and lie to you, so that way you don't get the upper hand and you're back in the fucking sadness bucket. But it's not going to work. You need to stand on truth for what you're building, and you need to just keep building. Leave them in the dust. Yeah, this King of this King of Cups, you need to keep your heart guarded at this time because they're going to come in and try to manipulate you. They were definitely trying to manipulate you to have your heart guarded to the point where you wouldn't open your heart again. And this was to make you dependent on other people. And the inability to walk away, but you walked away anyway. And you ended out the cycle. They're kind of like making it like damned if you do, damned if you don't. But again, you're going through a death and a rebirth, and this is all alchemy, right? So you're alchemizing all this. There very well could be a karmic Gemini that was part of this whole death magic bullshit. They might be meeting their demise soon. I'm not wishing it on anybody, but the divine's under control with that. The divine decides whether or not you live or die. The divine decides whether or not you have life or not. So it's up to the divine. I surrender it to the divine. The divine knows better than I do. The divine knows what was said and done behind my back, and I give full trust to the divine, for they give me life. I give them full trust to do what they need to do to balance this out. 100%. Whatever needs to be done, let it be. It's out of my hands. Yep. Because they didn't show you emotion. They manipulated you. And you ended this cycle too, with this Queen of Swords. They thought they were clever. They thought they were okay. They thought they could pull the wool over your eyes. Didn't work. You're not fucking stupid. Sweet dreams, Bean. Thanks for showing up. Yep, take a leap of faith. Stand on business. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly where you're going, collective. You're going to be celebrating soon with this new beginning. And there's definitely a new relationship coming in for you. Right? Somebody tried to thwart you out of this new beginning in this new relationship. Yeah, and you're healing out old wounds. So give it time. Somebody wants to show up and be true, be genuine. Just give it time. They need to alchemize their energy. They need to heal first to rise above and meet you where you are. You shouldn't have to diminish yourself. It could be with the King of Wands. They could be coming in. You need to call them on their shit. Because they might be coming in to slightly kind of deceive you. Because they don't want to feel guilty about what they did behind the scenes. But you need to call them out on their shit for what they did. Now they want to collaborate with you. What's going on with this? They are showing up right, and they do want to heal. They do want to collaborate. They're all up in their head about it. They're feeling trapped because of the chaos. They need to nurture themselves because you're in this Empress energy. Empress or Emperor energy. You're like... At this point, you are alchemizing above them. It doesn't make you any better, whatever, better or worse. But they're definitely having to deal with the chaos and step into this Empress energy. They need to nurture what they need to nurture and go through this rebirth before this can actually happen. Okay? They need to heal their past wounds in order to step up into their new beginning. What's the Four of Cups? The Emperor, the Two of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. So there's definitely some major decisions that you need to make. You need to stand on business and move towards your destiny. Continue moving forward towards your destiny. If they can't match you, they can't match you. It is what it is. But you definitely have somebody coming in to nurture you and support you and be a team, part of the team, part of your tribe. They want to celebrate with you. So Spirit is saying maybe give them a chance to rise above what they're currently dealing with right now. What's the Four of Cups? Okay. Nine of Wands. The challenge is getting the upper hand. The challenge is receiving what you are deserved. The challenge is to heal a little deeper. This is to nurture the truth. This is to move forward with the truth. This is to move out of the chaos. You know you deserve better, collective. Allow the past to help you alchemize the now to the future. okay? And be very consistent, be very methodical, continue moving forward, look for the reconciliation, receive the reconciliation, but allow them to show up to reconcile, okay? And just continue moving forward. Just be patient. Patience is a virtue. Just continue being strategic. There are definitely new collaborations coming in to help you move forward. What's this Nine of Swords? What's this truth? What's the Nine of Swords reverse? Yeah, that you need to continue moving forward. Be very inspired. Allow your intuition and intention to guide you. And be very grounded and nurturing in this, you know. Bring about the elements around you to utilize. You have all the elements available to you to utilize, to alchemize, to bring about your best version of yourself. And there will be Ace of Pentacles, so there's going to be a new offer of a house, new offer of money. There's a new offer of something here. That is the truth coming in. It's definitely not somebody's wish fulfillment that like somebody doesn't want to have to do this, but they misjudged you. Somebody misjudged you. Somebody didn't think you were capable of doing something, and now they're coming in. They're still coming in to misjudge you, but it's coming in. They're coming in to destabilize you. It's like they're trying to cut. They're trying to take you off your soapbox. They're trying to knock you off your throne, but it's not going to work. They're going to be sadly mistaken. Fuck around and find out. See what happens. They're fucking around. They're going to find out. Like somebody, it's like almost like somebody wants to come in and nurture you, but they're coming in to nurture you to create instability. Like, no. No, 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 no. This isn't the way that it's working. This isn't the way it's going to go. Is there any other final message? What about the star reversed? Somebody doesn't want you to move forward with the future. Somebody doesn't want you to have hope to move forward. They're trying to emotionally manipulate you from moving forward. Whatever you're doing, they don't think it's right. They're trying to leave you in the dark. They don't want you to be seen. All because of this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. There's some sort of death to this. They're trying to bring a death and no hope to your new beginning by misjudging you and your balance that you're creating. You're juggling things just fine, and they're trying to come in and question it. They don't like the fact that you have the ability to celebrate. They don't like the fact that you've had this awakening, that you're seeing the truth. And they don't believe you deserve a tribe. They want you to be alone. But they're going to have an awakening that they didn't anticipate. Because you're going to get everything that they said you couldn't have. And they're going to be very disempowered at the fact that you found... yeah, you're coming out of this tower. You didn't receive the tower that they wanted you to have. They wanted you to be defenseless. And you're stepping into this Empress energy anyway. This is your wish fulfillment, and you're going to receive this wish fulfillment. And you're going to get back everything they said that you couldn't have. So they're in for a rude awakening, whoever this is. coming in to try to so-called nurture you and then rip you off your fucking pedestal. No. This is the type of person that can't see you be successful. And I'm picking up on a family member. They're coming in to teach you a lesson. Meanwhile, it's not their fucking job to teach you a lesson. They maybe need to take on their own lesson and learn from their own lessons before they think that they can come in and dictate to you how you're going to live your life. When they haven't fucking made anything of themselves their whole life. Like, give me a break. The gall that they have thinking that they have an opinion about how you're living your life. Meanwhile, they've never made anything of themselves. Really? Is that how it's going to be? Interesting story. Let's see. We're not done yet, collective. We still got lots here. What do we got? Unseen potential. You might be hesitating with your unseen potential. You might be having some sort of potential that you might be questioning at this time. Okay, you might be a bit scared about learning some new things or learning or taking on new projects. Somebody doesn't want to deliver some sort of news to you. They don't want to necessarily collaborate with you, but somehow they feel that they have to. Or somebody doesn't want you collaborating with other people. I don't know what this means, but it might mean something to you. You're definitely a mentor. You definitely got some finances coming in, but they don't want you taking on these new opportunities. They don't want you growing. They don't want you being a light to the world. Somebody's trying to leave you in the dark about a particular opportunity. You're not taking any loss or any risks right now. You're not making any risks. You're not taking any risky endeavors because you don't want to lose out. But you are very well determined. You're only working with what feels good. It's something about divine timing, but things are not in the divine timing right now at this time. Okay? You need to reevaluate what's going on. Maybe it's how you're showing up. Somebody wants you overthinking. Somebody doesn't want you celebrating. Your family doesn't want you celebrating what you've got going on. It's not about them. They can eat shit as far as you're concerned. You have no regrets for walking away from them. They think that they know better than you. Meanwhile, they don't even call you. They have nothing. They have no dealings with you. And now they have a feeling like they want to come in and dictate to you what's going to go on in your life. Fuck off. How about that? Right? They expect you to be pretzeled in order to receive any type of generosity. They're calling you very naive, that you don't know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, you know better than them at this point. You've already done your healing. And they're trying to diminish this. Yeah, you're achieving major goals here. And they're trying to diminish it, and they're trying to make you think, question these accomplishments. You're a fucking champion. You're a warrior. And they're wanting you to have some sort of a downfall to teach you some sort of a lesson. Go kick rocks. Like, really. Get out of here. You're very much in this idea and this energy of productivity. You could be a painter. You could be a creator. You could be creating something from nothing. You're definitely taking command of your life. You're building a team. They don't want you meeting these crossroads. They don't want you exploring. They don't want you taking a journey anywhere. They don't want you sharing your viewpoints. They want to try to keep all this shit in silence. They don't want you speaking your mind. Because you might speak some truth and it might make them feel like shit. Maybe they should have treated you better. You have a very much of a diligence and an ambition. You're moving forward anyway. You have the keys to your future. And it's like they're trying to take the keys that you have for your future. So that way you can't move forward. They want you to feel forgotten, but that's not the case. You're not going to be forgotten. You're not going to miss out on these opportunities. They want you to feel like a failure, but that's not happening. You're too powerful for that. They don't want you to rediscover who you are. They don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to transition. They don't want you to weave anything into existence. They don't want you to manifest anything. Like, this is a really fucking toxic family. Okay? They're trying to gain control. They don't want you to have any control. They're trying to reverse your fortune. They're trying to take your fortune. And this is why they're trying to keep you quiet. They don't want you to have any determination. They're trying to take the wind out of your sails. Like, you got a lot of people trying to thwart you. Right? And it's mainly because they're toxic motherfuckers that can't live up to their own fucking inner light. And quite frankly, all they have is a bunch of inner darkness that's eating them alive. And the fact that you're succeeding and the fact that you're healing and the fact that you've done the work, they can't handle it. They don't want you expressing yourself at all. They don't want you having the ability of self-expression. They don't want you having any type of strength. They want you weak as fuck. So that way they look better than who you are. You're making them look like a pile of shit. You're making them feel like a pile of shit. Right? Because all they did is hold you back, collective. You know, and you're tapping into the divine. You're tapping into the higher power. You're tapping into your intuition. And your intuition and the divine is divulging all this to you. They don't want you finding out your true abilities. Too fucking late for that. They don't want you to be an influence to the world. But you have a determination and clarity about you that is taking the world by storm. You're breaking tradition. You're breaking the particular order that they had in place. And you're very productive. They've been running from their fucking problems. Trying to keep secrets. But here you are, very pervasive, very much in the perseverance. You're having faith in the higher power. You're allowing the higher power to guide you. They're trying to hide their deception and their trickery behind your back. You are the guide, and you will be getting an inheritance whether they like it or not. There's definitely going to be a correction to this. It's almost like I know they've stolen my inheritance, but now they're trying to steal my divine inheritance, which I've already got my divine inheritance. They can't thwart that. Right? So they're coming in to try to diminish me again? Yeah. They're fucking with my relationships. Trying to make me vulnerable. Fit it where it is with you, collective. But whatever they're trying to do, it's not going to work. They're a bunch of fucking idiots. Sad and butthurt the fact that you're rising above all the bullshit that they threw at you. Thinking that they were going to thwart you out of your benefits. Thinking that they were going to thwart you out of your inheritance. Thinking that they were going to destroy your life. Like, you've got a whole fucking clan of people, a whole fucking community trying to ruin you. because you found your inner light, because you found an inner healing, and you're healing away, healing all this bullshit that they tried to project onto you. You're not allowing that to happen, collective, and I'm so proud of you. Stand on business and don't allow them to fuck with you, okay? They think that they know better, but they don't know a fucking thing compared to you. Okay? Let's get an angel card. So pick 1 through 5. Hold that number in your mind. You don't have to put it in the chat. I don't want to know it. Pick a number between 1 and 5, and I'll deal out 5 cards. And that card in particular is for you. Angels, ancestors, divine light. What beautiful message are we going to end the night with? I'm also going to pick out from the Magdalene Oracle as well, so we're going to hear from the Sacred Feminine tonight as well. All right, let's see. One more. Can I get one more? Thank you. All right, number 1, bring peace where you can. This is a time for reconciliation. If you are holding a grudge, it is time to let it go. The only person who will suffer from this restriction is you. It's time to bring your heart to the present moment. It's time to show up wholly and fully with love. You deserve the freedom that forgiveness and understanding will bring you. Your activation, I'm ready to understand and forgive. Number 2, Archangel Raguel, detach yourself from drama. You are being encouraged to take the highest road possible now. Angels are reminding you that you were born to guide and heal, and this won't be possible if you allow your judgment to be clouded by the energies of ego. Remember that whenever there is a dramatic event unfolding, you have the choice whether to engage with it or not. Activation. Thank you, Archangel Raguel, for helping me discern the truth without being attached to drama. And number 3, the cherubim. Cherubim? Sure, whatever. Create your own story, number 3. Nothing is set in stone. You are the co-creator of your life. The circumstances you have experienced up to this point have been linked to the choices you've made and the karma of your ancestors. Now is a pivotal time for you to begin moving into a space where you can create a story that's more aligned to your needs and ultimately the calling of your soul. Your activation, I recognize my ability to direct the experience of my life. Number 4, Holy Amethyst. You are the light. You have a light within you, and this light will never go out. Whenever you face darkness, this brilliance has the opportunity to shine. Right now, the divine and the angels are calling you to switch your light on full. Stand in the greatness of your spirit and do not back down, and be in the bringer of good that you were born to be. Activation, I am a light of hope in the world. And number 5, Archangel Raphael, weed your thoughts. I think this is for you, Ashley. Your mind is like a garden, a space that requires time and attention. Take the time to weed out the thoughts and feelings that are spoiling the beauty. Release from your mental space the reoccurring stories that you are telling yourself. especially those that are hooked into the energy of fear. Instead, think about what you desire, remember what lights you up, and enjoy the blessings that are in your life. Let flowers bloom from the loving thoughts. Your activation: my thoughts are seeds that blossom. Okay? So I hope that helped. I don't know, the Voice of Souls has been calling at me, so we're going to do that too as well. All right. Sacred Feminine, what do we got for my collective? I'm going to pick 5 of these too as well. Karmic Chicken has come out to play, the Emperor and Empress. So a lot of us that are sitting here tonight are stepping into our Emperor and Empress energy. Okay, the ones that are doing the work, we've went through a lot of the work that we needed to do to step into this energy. This is beautiful energy. Okay, and you really need to know that you are on the right track to gaining the best view, the best version of yourself. Okay, so it's not in vain. Everything that's going on right now, all the alchemy that you've been dealing with, the transformation, the rebirth, the shadow work, all of this stuff is not in vain. Okay, you're doing the right thing, you're on the right track, so keep moving forward. Okay, you're almost there. Okay, just continue being true to yourself. And yes, you do have people trying to project onto you to try to distract you. Don't allow it to happen. Okay? Okay. All right, let's look at it. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So number 1, you got gratitude. If you are struggling to make ends meet or experiencing challenging times in your career or business, you may overcome the present difficulty through gratitude. Stop dwelling on what you think is missing and be grateful for all that you already have. There's so much in your life to be grateful for, and it is through gratitude that the universe showers you with blessings. There is no need for negativity and or fear, for this only serves to block the universal stream of abundance from flowing through. Have faith and be grateful. Focus on that which is positive, and all will be resolved soon. You may expect a positive outcome over the coming 3 months. Okay? And while I'm reading this, I'm getting to the point where, number 1, you've been having people to take you out of this gratitude. Okay? They've been trying to trigger you to where you're not grateful for what you already have. Okay? So it's very, very predominantly important right now that you dismiss all that reactive abuse and all that bullshit that they're trying to create, the chaos, and to recognize and be in that energy of gratitude anyway, despite the bullshit, despite the chaos, despite what's going on in your situation right now. Okay? There's somebody there in your energy, in your vicinity, in the place of where you are, that is trying to take you out of this attitude of gratitude. Okay, so do not let this happen. Stand your ground. Okay, and sometimes that just is met with silence. Do not engage. Do not be in this energy where you're going to take in that consideration of what they're saying or whatever else to get you out of this gratitude. Okay, do not allow what they have to say to have any validity on what you're doing. Okay, just keep the peace, stay in the attitude of gratitude, and things are going to change for you. Okay, number 2, You are having a hard time to tap into the universal Christ. Okay? And this is the universal energy of source energy. Okay? They tried to tie in Christ to it, to this time and place, and this current timeline and matrix, but it is actually source energy. Okay, that Christ, okay, Christ consciousness, it's source consciousness. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Universal Christ for number 2. The emptiness you presently feel is helping you reconnect to aspects of your nature that you have kept repressed for some time. Let go of all the distractions that surround you at the present and bring your awareness within. In the empty spaces of your solitude, you will find a hidden treasure. This is a period of profound self-discovery, and you need only listen to the whispers inside your heart. Ask yourself what it is that you truly want from life, and remember that when it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right or wrong. Every choice that you make leads to an outcome which is necessary for you to grow in love and wisdom. You will emerge from this phase with a clearer direction for your life as a result of this, and some of your relationships are likely to go through some major changes. Relationships that no longer serve you may come to an end, while others become stronger and more meaningful. Just trust in the inner guidance that you receive. Okay? The real you, number 3. Let's look into it. And again, this is coming at you to say that there's people trying to judge you for stepping into this energy of you being the real you. All right? And I'm really getting a picture of a pretzel in my mind. So people are trying to pretzel you into a particular shape that suits them. Okay? They're trying to make you out to be something that you're not. Right? In order to make them feel comfortable. Don't allow that to happen. As humans, we are so attached to our physical world that we often lose sight of our true nature. In attaching your identity and sense of worth to worldly status and achievements, you have lost touch with the real you. Something inside you yearns to reconnect. So pay attention to your feelings and start to reclaim the many beautiful qualities that you possess. The unique qualities that you have for so long repressed and ignored, lighten up and have fun. Laughter is the best medicine for you at this time. Let go of all that you think is right and wrong and all you think that you should do and just be you. As your true nature reemerges, you'll feel inspired and discover a new way of looking at life. In turn, you will achieve greater success and feel a greater sense of fulfillment. Nurture yourself physically, spiritually, and emotionally. There is so much to be grateful for and so much in life to explore. Okay? Number 4, QRS. The secret. Someone will soon confide in you, and the information they divulge may shock or disturb you. You may feel torn between the loyalties you have of two people, and this creates a dilemma for you. What is the right thing to do? Should you divulge the information or stay silent? In your heart, you know, ultimately, you must be true to yourself, for only in doing so you can be true to others. Revealing the truth will definitely cause upheaval, but eventually, as things settle down, your honesty and courage will be appreciated. Don't dwell on feelings of guilt. Express what is in your heart, for a hidden blessing is in store for all. As a result of the coming event, both of you and others will feel a sense of relief. There are positive results for all concerned. However, these can only be actualized through your courage and love. All right, number 4. And number 5, liberation. Spirit saying you're being kept from liberation, so you need to stand on business. As a person who recently hurt or disappointed you in some way is simply a mirror for the hurt and disappointment you already held within you. All the events of your life, regardless of whether you label them good or bad, are simply acts of love. The hurt or disappointment you now feel is an opportunity for you to examine what it is that you don't love about yourself. It's safe for you to open your heart. Love yourself as you are and stop placing unreasonable expectations on yourself. Through self-acceptance comes a newfound sense of freedom, which will transform the way that you see life and the world around you. Okay? So, stay true to yourself, collective, because it's going to matter in the next coming months. You definitely need to be finding strength over the winter time. Okay? This winter is going to be rather mild, rather wet, rather dry, depending on where you are. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge. I think there very well could be a lot of snow. There very well may not be a lot of snow. It all depends, right? But I definitely feel that there's going to be major challenges coming down the pipeline. So you're going to need to be strong within your will, within your heart, within your mind, in order to get through. Okay. So, but we will prevail. We will rise. We will make what needs to be made happen. And we will make it happen. Okay. So we're going to look into the voice of souls for the last bit of a reading tonight. I'm going to intuitively go by these. Welcome in, Elizabeth. Xanthia, you can just rewind the live and pick a number. Go back just before the angel cards. And pick a number between 1 and 5, and then pick one. I don't know. Do what you want. What I'm picking up on this number 1 is there's no message from the other side. Okay? Spirit's waiting on you to take action. Okay? Number 2, you need to bring a sense of calm to your current situation at this time. Okay? You've got a lot of chaos around you, and the only one that's going to bring calm to your life is you. You can't require somebody else to bring that calm to you. All right? You're expecting something from someone that someone cannot give you. You need to find that within yourself. This is a personal journey within. Okay? Nobody can change that but you. So if you're thinking you're waiting on somebody else to make that calm happen, or you're waiting for somebody to make that happen for you, you're doing it wrong. You need to look at yourself, and you need to focus on that yourself. The only one that's going to bring you into your new timeline is you. Number 3. You might be going through some major emotional changes right now, and you need to just let it flow. Okay? Because within this burden of tears, within this emotion, is going to bring you huge release. Okay? So you need to sit within the vulnerability of your past and your pain and your suffering and your turmoil and trauma, and sit there and show compassion to your younger self, your inner child. Okay? That's definitely predominantly important. You've been sweeping it under the rug too long, and you need to stop doing that. You need to start facing it instead. And that will require some emotion. That will require you to cry. That will require you to release. Crying is literally the easiest and most beneficial way to release the pain and the struggle that you're going through right now. Okay, and I do believe you may have been going through, because of this eclipse, you've been in this major shift. You've been maybe in your emotions lately, and you've been trying to stop it from happening, and you've been trying to hold it back. Stop it. It's rising to the surface, staring you in the face for a reason. Stop looking the other way. Stop holding back, and let it go. Let it release. Have yourself a good cry, and get on and get up and get over. You got this. It's going to be a beneficial situation for you. Stop holding back from the releasing of the past to make room for the future, because you got some beautiful blessings coming in for you. And if you do not allow the divine to work in your life, you will fail to see the miracle. You will fail to see the mystical ability that the divine is trying to show you. If you choose to hold back, you're basically thwarting your blessings. You're holding back your blessings. But in order to receive those blessings, you can't be carrying around all this other shit. You need to release it first. Okay? So that is very, 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 very predominant. Okay? You need to make room for the blessings. Otherwise, those blessings will be tainted, and the divine ain't going to give you shit if all you're going to do is just sit there and not taking your own accountability for your own actions. I'm not saying it's all on you. There are some pretty fucking delinquent idiots that have been that you've been dealing with, and it's up to them to take their own accountability. But you also have to take your own. It's always better to look at yourself rather than judging other people. Okay, and I'm speaking from my own experience. I've always looked at myself before I looked at other people. I've always looked at my own actions before how could I act differently? How can I be different? How can I alchemize this to be a better version of myself to move forward? What could I have done better? Where did I go wrong? How can I reconcile this? How can I make things better than it was yesterday? Okay, and what can I change about myself and my situation to better me and my future? Okay, and then look at how the other people have acted and reacted to that whole situation, and find out what the end of the equation is, and go from there. But unless you go through and you release this, you're not going to see. You're going to be stagnant. You're going to be sitting in this bitterness. All right. Number 4, your challenge is happiness. Finding the happiness in the gloominess. Finding the happiness in the chaos. Okay? And this is going back to the whole being grateful and being in the attitude of gratitude. Right? If you're in the attitude of gratitude, you will have more of that. Right? But the challenge is trying to find happiness through the chaos. Okay? And I know how much of a challenge that is. It's extremely challenging. Okay? But it takes you to take control of your own experience. You are the choice maker. You are the captain to your own ship. You are the painter of your own canvas. Okay? You are the rider of your own surfboard. It depends on your actions that will pertain whether or not you fall in the water or you ride that wave. It's up to you. Can you adapt? Can you assimilate to your environment? Can you make it to the best of your ability? Of course you can. You have options. You're less trapped than what you think you are. If you're feeling trapped and you're feeling like you don't got no happiness around you, you need to create that happiness for yourself, despite it all. Okay? And make them wonder. If you're around a lot of toxic people, make them wonder. Bring happiness to their life unapologetically. Okay? And make them wonder why this happiness is happening. It's just, and have no intention or no expectation out of it. Okay? Because some people are so fucking bitter that they need some happiness, and they would rather bestow a whole bunch of bitterness all over everybody else around them in order to create a better situation, so that way they're not the only one being bitter. But you can do this same thing with happiness. You can bring happiness to your reality and the people around you without even a care in the world as to what you're going to get back from it. And you, just by leading by example, you might change the course of actions for the future for yourself. But this is up to you, right? So your challenge is to find the happiness within your day. Find at least 3 things that you're happy about. All right, number 5. You're moving into a dharmic energy, and you very well could have released a karmic energy, a karmic relationship. Okay? You're now moving into a dharmic energy. You're alchemizing, you are raising the vibration, and you are assimilating and attracting a dharmic relationship. So for you, number 5, you've been doing a lot of the work. You've been doing a lot of work. You've been doing a lot of alchemy within your life. You've been doing a lot of healing. Get ready for this new relationship. You need to open up your heart, if it isn't already, and get ready for this new beautiful beginning. Okay? There's definitely something beautiful coming in for you. All right? But it's up for you to make that happen. You are an alchemist. You might not know that, but you do now. Step into that. You have more power than what you realize. Okay? You've done the work, and now you're going to receive the blessing because you've alchemized it and you've stepped into it. All right? All right, collective. This is the end of the reading. I wish you so much healing and so much courage, so many blessings. I love you all. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you can't be good at it, at least be good to yourself. So that way, you can be good to others. And I'll catch you in the next video.